Otters look to complete a sweep of the Southern Illinois Miners following a dramatic 8-6 victory in last night's ball game. The Otters won the first game of the series back on Friday with a 6-0 thumping of the Miners. And Bill, I welcome you into the booth. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Every day I get up and see the sun or just daylight, I am great.
And I'm happy because we get to see the Otters play the finale of this three-game set against the Southern Illinois Miners. The Otters are winners of 2 in a row, and with those 2 wins coupled with a few River City losses, your Evansville Otters are now tied for first place in the Frontier League Western Division for the first time this season. So if the Rascals lose today and the Otters can claim a victory and complete the sweep over Southern Illinois, the Otters can improve to just first place alone in the Western Division at 21-17. But to do that, they're going to have to go through Austin Dubsky, the right-handed tosser for Southern Illinois. He's already got a win this season against the Otters as he made a long appearance out of the bullpen. That was back on June 3rd in the finale of that series up at Southern Illinois. He tossed 4 innings, allowing just 1 hit and 1 walk as he struck out 2 on the season. He's 2-0 with a 3.72 ERA, so he's been effective primarily as a reliever, but now shifting into the starting rotation after some ineffectiveness and some injuries plagued the Southern Illinois Miners pitching staff so far this season. And for the Otters, they'll hand the ball to Austin Nicely. Austin, a stalwart in the Otters rotation, has hit a bit of a snide as of late. So his last time out got roughed around to the tune of 4 runs and 12 hits allowed, the most hits he's given up in his professional career. He's 2-2 with a 4.08 ERA. But as what we've seen from the Otters offense the past 2 days, I think he should be good to give up 5 or 6 runs, and the Otters offense should back him up.
Yeah, I think we had, today is Sunday, 14 or 15 hits on Friday, and we had 10 last night.
Yep.
So I'll take 7 today as long as they're bunched together.
Yeah, not too shabby for the Otters, and this is how they're going to line it up behind Mr. Austin Nicely. Remember, fans, this Otters starting lineup is brought to you by Mr. Quick Pick, here to provide you the roadside service you deserve. Call Mr. Quick Pick at 812-496-2321. Top 6 in the lineup, the same from yesterday's game, as David Cronin leads off playing second, followed by Ryan Long. He's out in left. Toby Thomas, who knocked in 2 runs last night, he'll hit third and play short. Jeff Gardner, who's been a little quiet lately, will be the cleanup man out in right field. Travis Harrison will hope to continue his hot hitting as he's batting fifth. The DH, Logan Taylor, who has been the hottest hitter in this Otters lineup over the past 5 games, he'll hit sixth out in the center. Brandon Doolin gets his first start in a couple of days as he hasn't played here in this series yet, but he'll hit seventh and start at first. Mike Rizzatello, who had 3 hits in the opener of this series, gets back behind the plate to do the catching for Nicely. And Manny Cruz, who had the game-tying hit last night that drove in a run, he'll bat ninth and play third base for the Otters as they look to claim their 3rd victory in a row in what would be their first sweep of the season. Bill, what would that mean for the Otters, not just to get a sweep, but get it over their division rival?
Well, it would be a great accomplishment, but it also, I've always said when you beat the best, and the Miners are one of the better teams in the league, not only this year, but have been in the past. It gives you a moral victory within your own mind, and you can, you go out and you say, hey, if we can beat the Yankees, we can beat anybody, and therefore let's go on and win the league.
Yeah, the Otters have had a couple opportunities to finish sweeps this year, but they haven't been successful yet. The most recent a week ago back here against Traverse City as they fell in the finale of that one 5-2. The Otters hoping for a little bit of better results, and one of the reasons why they were able to pick up the victory in last evening's game was because of a new addition. Joe DeLuca, the switch-hitting catcher, knocked in 2 runs, was solid behind the plate. I sat down with him before today's game to ask him what it's like having to handle 2 swings at the plate as well as catching duties. We'll return with that interview with Joe DeLuca. You've been listening to the Evansville Otters pregame show here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
Hi everyone, this is Pat Mitchell-Worley, host of Bill Street Caravan. Join us each Saturday as we bring you the sounds of Memphis, commentary, and music interviews that take you behind the scenes. The show kicks off the All Blues Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. right here on 91.5 WUEV.
How
Habitat for Humanity Evansville and the University of Evansville are pleased to announce the Purple Crew Signature Program. The Purple Crew is a program for all UE students, alumni, faculty, and staff to help build houses and earn hours. The goal of the Purple Crew is to help Habitat for Humanity reach its goal of 500 homes this year. Want to get involved? Simply go to Habitat's website, evansvillehabitat.org/volunteer. Then click on the Volunteer Now banner. Register with Habitat as a volunteer and then select days you can build. You can also register as a team. It'll be a fun environment, and after 15 hours, you get a Purple Crew t-shirt.
Free music, ticket giveaways, artist interviews, and jazz that cooks the blues away. The sounds are perking hot in the Jazz Cafe. I'm Paul Mattingly. I bring all that is jazz and focus on some of the best in area music and culture. Tune into the Jazz Cafe every Friday from 3 until 6 p.m. If online music is your obsession, catch us at WUEV.org. 91.5 UEV is your only place for jazz in the tri-state.
Welcome back to the Evansville Otters pregame show here on WUEV 91.5 FM. I'm joined by the Otters' newest catcher, Joe DeLuca. Joe, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing not too shabby myself. You had a very good game last night, knocked in 2 runs in what was a 4-run 5th inning for you guys that tied the game. What was going through your head in that at-bat? You know, this is your first time playing here at Bosse Field, being able to come through in front of a pretty big crowd.
Well, the crowd's great. It's really a good atmosphere here. But I think we had second and third. I'm not sure if there's 2 outs or less than 2 outs. But I knew in that situation, you know, we were down, I think 3-0 or 4-0 it was. So we really needed those runs, and I wasn't trying to do too much. You know, I just had to put the bat on the ball. You know, I can't strike out in that situation. So luckily we got 2 runs out of it, so I was pretty pumped.
Yeah, and you also did a very good job catching the team yesterday. Tyler Vale struggled in the first inning. What do you think settled him down to allow him to throw 5 more innings of just 1-run baseball?
Basically, you know, with anything the pitchers do, if you're struggling in the first few innings, it's mostly just because you're not getting balls and strikes or you're not feeling comfortable yet. So when he settled down, we really got on the same page, and obviously I've never caught him before, so my first time catching him was in the pregame warm-up, so it wasn't really difficult. I mean, it's never really difficult. I mean, it's a game. We play this all the time, so basically he wasn't really doing some things that he usually does, I guess. That's what the guys have been saying. So once he figured out what he was doing, we really figured it out, I guess. I know we had, 3 runs in the first and then a home run.
Yep.
So basically had one mistake after that, and so that's all you can ask from a guy. I mean, he settled down, like you said. So we had fun out there. I mean, the first time catching, I hope to catch him again.
So with that, you know, catching Tyler for the first time, and for the rest of the guys on the staff as well, it'll be their first time as well. What's that learning curve like for you, trying to figure out what they like, what pitches they want to throw in certain spots? You know,
you're never done learning about a guy. Like I said, I played with Keanu for a little while, and I'm still learning stuff about him. So you really never know everything about a pitcher, and you hope to one day know everything, you know, something that gets him back. I know his split finger is one of his pitches that gets him back to, you know, normal. So we threw that a few times, and it did work. But basically it's just, you know, going out, playing catch, you know, just really getting to know one another, catching bullpens, things like that. And then obviously game time comes, you just do what comes natural.
And another facet to your game is the fact that you're a switch-hitting catcher. That's something you don't see very often. How difficult is it to have to handle not just one swing at the plate, but 2 in addition to your duties of catching?
Well, you know, I've been doing it for so long. It's really, you know, it is difficult. You got to put in double the work, so it does get a little bit challenging. But, you know, you mentioned, like, being an outfielder and just focusing on hitting. Sometimes I don't like it. If you're going good, you love it. I mean, being a DH, you just worry about hitting. It's great, but it's also terrible if you say, I mean, you'll be thinking about it too much. So I enjoy going out and catching and, you know, getting my mind off of it, and I really try and separate both ends of the spectrum there. But as far as switch hitting goes, yeah, I've been doing that a long time. I mean, I wish we saw more lefties. I'd like to hit righty a little bit more, but no, it's a good thing.
In your mind, your two different swings of the plate have like two different personalities to them?
They do. Lefty, I'm more of a contact guy, or more like, singles, and I have power numbers on my right-handed side, or I feel like I can hit the ball farther on right-handed just because that's my natural side. But left-handed, I'm right-eye dominant, so I can see the ball a little bit better. Sometimes it gets me in trouble because these umpires, you never know. But it's always a work in progress. It's always a challenge. If you feel like crap one day, say lefty, you can switch over and have a day righty. Obviously, if there's right-hander on the mound, I don't know if Skip's going to let us go right-handed on right-handed, but you never know. It's always a process, and it takes a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of swings to keep it going.
Well, Joe, you've had a lot of success here in your beginning of your career with Evansville, and hopefully that'll continue. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Sure, thank you.
You've been listening to the Evansville Otters pregame show here on WUEV 91.5 FM.
Up early, staying up late, or just can't sleep? Give 91.5 FM a listen. 3 to 5 a.m. Sunday through Friday. It's the overnight flight. Hand-picked grooves for the Tri-States late nights. Nothing sounds quite like the overnight flight. 3 to 5 a.m. Central. 91.5 late night style from the UE campus. Tune in radio app on your phone. Across the world on WUEV.org.
Hello, fellow ACEs. As campus activities wind down, get connected and stay connected with UE through the ACES Alumni Networking Hour on Tuesday, April 24th from 12 to 1 p.m. Network all around the world with fellow ACEs, exchange career tips, and build your professional network, all online from any device, no matter where you are. You will participate in one-on-one chats with other UE alumni. Each chat is saved, making it simple to look back at your history and follow up. Don't wait. Register now to attend.
The University of Evansville bookstore, located on the first floor of UE's Ridgeway Center, is your one-stop shop for University of Evansville apparel and gifts. The bookstore features various UE items, including clothing from Nike, J America, and Cotton Exchange. The bookstore is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30, and Saturday, 10 to 2. Parking is available on Walnut Street and in UE's H-Lot. The UE bookstore can also be found on the web at evansville.bkstr.com. The University of Evansville bookstore.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
Welcome back to the Evansville Otters pregame show here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Alongside Bill McHugh, I'm Sam Jelnick as we're just moments away from first pitch here at Bosse Field. The Otters going for a sweep of their divisional rivals, the Southern Illinois Miners. And with a win, the Otters can maintain their place at first place at the top of the Western Division. If you missed last night's game, boy, it was a doozy. The Otters had their biggest comeback of the season as they trailed by 4 runs. Going into the 5th inning, a 4-run fifth tied the game. The Otters took a 5-4 lead on a Toby Thomas infield single, but then lost that lead in the top of the 8th before scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th for a dramatic win. Bill, with a win like that, how does that provide momentum to this club?
I tell you what, everything they did right last night, and they were very, very lucky. They had a couple of mishaps in that field, insofar as 2 runners going to third base at the same time. However, they managed to get a run out of it, and they were very, very lucky. And a couple bad throws that picking Cruz off at first base, and he went from first to third. And so the Otters got a lot of breaks, and they capitalized on it, and that was the victory that they needed.
Yeah, that's really the hallmark of a good team is not just getting those opportunities and mistakes from the other team, but capitalizing and jumping on them, not letting them slide by, which is what had been happening to the Otters earlier this season. They were being given chances by their opponent, but hadn't really capitalized on them too much. But lately, the Otters have been able to thrive in those situations. A lot of 2-out RBIs in last night's game. The game-winning hit came with 2 outs. Manny Cruz had 2 strikes on him, as well as he was able to fight off a fastball into shallow right field for a base hit. It wasn't pretty, but he got the job done. And 1 through 9, almost every Otter had a hit in that ball game, except for Jeff Gardner. It would have been the second straight game that the Otters would have been able to collect, or have all 9 batters collect at least 1 hit, as the offense for the Otters has just been absolutely scorching hot lately. And hopefully Austin Nicely, the starting pitcher for the Otters tonight, will keep this game in control, provide a very solid outing. He's been hit around a little bit as of late, but his ERA is still just a touch over 4, and he'll be looking to get back on track after giving up 12 hits to the Florence Freedom his last time up in 4 runs. As he's ready to take the mound, we're just about set for the national anthem, and we'll step away one final time and be back for first pitch. You've been listening to the Evansville Otters pregame show here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. The only thing I didn't learn in school today is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
The University of Evansville's Department of Creative Writing is one of the few schools in the country to offer a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Creative Writing. Award-winning and widely published faculty teach in genre fiction, humor writing, digital media, screenwriting, creative nonfiction, and contemporary poetry. Students edit nationally and internationally recognized publications such as the Evansville Review and Measure. This hands-on experience with professional writers, editors, and publishers prepares students for graduate school or careers as editors and publishers. Visit creativewriting.evansville.edu for more information.
It's time for Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM, WUEV. 3-1. Long, toward right, toward the corner, toward the foul pole and over the wall. Fair. Home run for Ryan Long.
1-0, hit high in the air to deep left field. This one's gonna tie the game. A 2-run home run for Toby Thomas.
Don't forget, Otters fans, you can catch every Evansville Otters broadcast on 91.5 FM, WUEV, online at evansvilleotters.com, and through the WUEV mobile app.
The Otters take Game 5 by a score of 1-0, and they are the 2016 Frontier League champions.
Now, let's go out to the diamond for all of the exciting action.
Welcome to Bosse Field alongside Bill McCune. Up here in the press box, I'm Sam Jelinek as the Otters go for the 3-game sweep of their rival, the Southern Illinois Miners. Evansville coming into today at 20-17. They'll hand the ball to Austin Nicely, the southpaw, out on the mound. As Bill, this is a big one for the Otters to try and get a sweep.
You're right, Sam, and I'll tell you what, they started off the game here with the Star Spangled Banner by the group that were serenading, and I'll tell you what, it It pays to be experienced, I'll say that. They were not senior citizens, but they're close to it. And I tell you what, I heard them before, and they are great.
So the Otters going for the sweep of the Miners today. The Otters have won 2 games in a row. They'll try and improve to 21-17, and this is how they're going to line up behind nicely on the diamond. In the outfield, Ryan Long in left, Logan Taylor in center, Jeff Gardner in right. Then around the infield, Manny Cruz at third, Toby Thomas at short, David Cronin at second, and Brandon Doolin at first, with Mike Rizzatello behind the plate, forming the battery with Austin Nicely on the mound. This pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by The Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at The Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call at 812-475-9000. So for the Miners, Joe Duncan leads off for the third straight game as Nicely, the lefty, out on the mound. Works from the third base side of the rubber. Duncan stands in from the right side of the plate, nicely into his wind. His first pitch of the game pops out of the mid of Rizzatello, but it's a called strike on the outside corner. And we're underway from Bosse Field. A little bit of a hot and humid one. Clouds overhead right now, a little gray. We're expecting rain a little bit later today, but hoping it'll miss here in Evansville, as here's Nicely's 0-1. Change-up called strike 2, a little bit high, but that one able to garner the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 on Duncan. The center fielder for the Miners hitting .316 this season. That's 12 for 38 in just over 3 weeks of play for him. 0-2 pitch. Foul tipped off the mask of Rizzatello as that one bounds over top the roof and lands on top of the press box.
It's unbelievable. That thing traveled as far as it did. A ricochet off the mask up over the roof here. Goodness.
I'm surprised Mike didn't have his bell rung on that one, but he's okay.
And never flinched, never indicated. That's a catcher.
0-2 again. Fastball up and in. Nicely tries to rear back on that one and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Duncan, leading off the game.
Catchers are tough.
Mike wearing the newer style hockey mask as opposed to the regular helmet and mask you used to wear back in the day. The 1-2, bouncing ball right back to Nicely on the mound. He's in front of the mound as he makes the play and throws to first for an easy first out to open up the ball game.
I used to have the old, they called it the mousetrap type of mask. It was wires going across, you know, and a little big space there for your tobacco spitting.
Oh, you gotta have the necessities, am I right? Now it's Nolan Early batting from the left side. The first pitch to him is a fastball above the hands for ball 1. Nicely coming in at 6'1", 190 pounds from Grottoes, Virginia, the southpaw. He's 2-2 with a 4.08 ERA. This will be his 8th start. So he winds and fires the 1-0 to Early, who watches that fastball just off the outside edge for ball 2. Nicely trying to rebound from a little bit of a rough start his last time out, going 6 innings, giving up 4 runs on 12 hits. So he peers in over his mid. He rocks and fires the 2-0. Misses down and away, and it's 3 balls and no strikes on Early. The saving grace from Austin's last start was he was able to induce 3 double play balls, and he also did not walk a hitter for the first outing this year. He was able to limit the base runners outside of the 12 hits allowed and limit it to just 4 runs. So he was plagued by 2 home runs that he gave up, the 3-0. Early watches a fastball right down the middle, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, walks don't count as hits, but they're still putting men on base. So he got, you said, give up 12 hits and the
3-1 hit high in the air to deep right field. Gardner going back at the track in front of the wall. He puts it away as he backpedals onto the warning track for a loud second out.
Number 29.
You know, that Early was hitting the ball well in batting practice, too. I always watch the opposing team in batting practice. And number 41, Joe DeLuca, he put more balls out of this ballpark than I ever did in 2 years.
So now it's Chance Shepard with 2 outs and nobody on. The first pitch to him a little bit low for ball 1. Shepard had himself quite a game yesterday. It was 3 for 5 with a solo home run in the 8th inning that tied the game at the time. That was his league-leading 12th of the season for the big right-handed hitter. Nicely into his wind is 1-0. Popped up foul out of play on the right side, and the count's even at 1. 2 away, nobody on. Austin nicely trying for the 1-2-3 first inning. He has to go through Chance Shepard, though, hitting .273 on the season, 12 dingers, 25 runs driven in. Nicely gets his sign. Here's his 1-1. This is high and tight as that one slips out of the hand, and it's 2 balls and a strike on Shepard.
When I got home last night, my wife was here at the game, and she said to me, what number was that guy, that bully-looking guy that hit the ball once? I said, 23, 25. She said, that was 29. I said, well, all right, 29.
The 2-1, fastball up and away is nicely tried for the corner, but got under it just a little bit. It's 3-1. Shepard has actually tormented the Otters this season. He had that game-winning walk-off home run the first time these two squads met up. That was off of Sean Adler in the 9th inning at Southern Illinois. The 3-1. Change up outside. It misses. Shepard draws the walk, is nicely not wanting to give in on the 3-1 count. Instead, he'll have Joe DeLuca hitting from the left side, so a favorable left-on-left matchup, despite the fact Dudek hit a home run in yesterday's game.
Yeah, Dudek was hitting the ball over the, in fact, he put quite a few up in the Bud Light patio during batting practice.
That's some pretty good power.
Oh, I'll say.
Dudek stands in from the left side. Nicely the southpaw on the mound, working from the stretch for the first time this game. Comes ready just below the belt. Takes a peek at first, now comes home, and misses just off the outside black below the knees for ball 1. 2 away, top of the first inning. Shepard on base after the 2-out free pass. So that breaks that streak of 6 straight innings for Austin without allowing a walk. The 1-0. Ground ball to Cronin at second base. He gloves on the backhand, and with the glove hand, he flips to second for the force out. Nifty little play there by Cronin as he's able to retire the side here in the top of the first inning. We'll go to the bottom half of the frame. It's Southern Illinois nothing, and Evansville coming to bat here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Krugmeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krugmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krugmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krugmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krugmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krugmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krugmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krugmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krugmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krugmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krugmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krugmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krugmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Austin nicely works around a 2-out walk as he retires the side in the top of the first innings in scoreless fashion. So we go to the bottom half of the frame. Otters looking to strike first in this one as they'll be going up against Austin Dubsky on the mound. And this is how the Miners defense will line up. Cortina in left, Duncan in center, Early in right, Harrison Bragg at third, Austin Homan at shortstop, Luis Jean at second, Chance Shepard at first, and Moore behind the plate doing the catching for Dubsky as they pair up to face off against an Otters lineup that has been hitting over 300 the past 10 games. A pretty good feat for an offense that has been swinging the bats well. It'll be David Cronin to lead things off, batting from the left side against the righty Dubsky on the mound, who's into his wind, his first pitch of the game. It's a fastball high for ball 1. Dubsky standing in out there on the mound at 6'4", 195 from Murray State University, the Racers, originally from Omaha, Nebraska, and started this year and also last year with Southern Illinois as a relief pitcher. Here's his 1-0. That fastball is in there over the heart of the plate for strike one. Last year, made 25 relief appearances. This year has made 5, but lately has become a starter. As his first outing against the Otters this season, he threw 4 shutout innings and a win. His 1-1 to Cronin. Lined right back up the middle underneath the glove of Dupsky. That's a single for Cronin, and he's as hot as they come now, 9 for his last 19, and it's a leadoff single for the Otters.
He is. He makes good contact. Like I said, very aggressive at the plate. Doesn't take too many walks. I think he's only got 9. Let me see.
Number 7.
9 walks.
Yeah, for a leadoff man, that's a little bit unusual. Normally they take a lot of pitches, but when you're hitting as well as Cronin is, well above 300, you'll take it. As now it's Ryan Long at the plate, batting from the left side. Cronin at first, always a threat to run. Dubsky from the stretch for the first time. His first offering is hit on the ground to the right side. Luis Jean ranges to his left, spins and throws to second low, but it's picked out by Austin Homan, who becomes a first baseman at the second base bag. Cronin retired on the fielder's choice.
I'll tell you what, I watched that Luis Jean, the second baseman, during batting practice, they were hitting ground balls to him, which is normal during batting practice. And I'll tell you what, he executed some unbelievable plays and throws. I couldn't believe it.
That was very impressive there by him to get the lead runner, keep the man out of scoring position right there. As Long swaps places with Cronin at first, and now it's Toby Thomas with 1 away. Bottom of the first inning, no score. And the first pitch to Thomas is a fastball just a tick low on the inside corner for ball 1. Toby hitting .307 on the season. 5 home runs, 26 RBIs for the Otters shortstop. Throw over to first, and Long falls back on the bag, as he was only a step away from the base. Long takes his lead. Dubsky set at the belt. The leg kick, the 1-0. That fastball's over the plate, above the knees this time for a called strike 1 on the outside edge. And it's 1-1 on Thomas.
Yeah, Ryan's got 5 stolen bases, so he is a threat to run.
We'll see if the Otters put anything in motion here. 1 away, bottom of the first, no score. Right on right matchup at the plate. Dubsky, the leg kick, the 1-1. Hit on the ground down the third base line. Backhand pick by Bragg. He goes all the way to first, and it's going to be in time. As on one hop, Shepard holds the base. Thomas retired as he was trying to avoid colliding with Shepard. And on a nice play by Harrison Bragg, Long goes to second, and there's 2 away.
That third baseman made a heck of a play on it. Toby hits more ground balls down to third base. Unbelievable. And down the line, not so much between short and third, but more toward the line, and gets thrown out every time.
For somebody that we've seen have a little bit defensive trouble so far in this series, Bragg at third with a very nice play there, as it's Long at second, Gardner at the plate, and the first pitch home is a fastball that runs off the outside corner for ball 1. Gardner hitting .258 on the season now. 4 home runs, 23 driven in. Has a chance to put the Otters up early. He's got Ryan Long at second base, bottom of the first inning, 2 away. Gardner batting from the left side. Dubsky set at the belt. Here's his 1-0. Big overhand breaking ball drops in just a hair above the letters, apparently. That one looked pretty good, but no call from the home plate umpire, Eric Dunsford. He's joined by his compatriot, Chris Dykman, out on the diamond. So Gardner can look for a fastball to drill here. Long at second, 2 away. The pitch. Fastball sails up and away, and Gardner ahead in the count, 3-0. Travis Harrison, the Otters' best hitter with runners in scoring position on deck.
And I've said it previously that Andy allows his batters to swing on a 3-0 count. We'll see what happens here.
Dubsky ready at the belt. Here's his pitch. Fastball called strike 1 on the outside corner, as Gardner looked like he might take a hack at it, but instead decides to let it slide by, and it's a called strike on the outside edge.
I think he was going to swing, but it was too far outside, he thought.
So it's 3-1. Long at second, 2 away. Otters trying to get the first tally in this ball game. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back to the screen, as Gardner had a good hack at that one on a very nice pitch to hit and he can't square it up, and the count's full 3-2, 2 outs, runner at second. Here in the bottom of the first inning, still no score from Bosse Field in the finale of this 3-game set as the Otters try to sweep the Southern Illinois Miners. Payoff pitch. Fouled just off the end of the bat by Gardner as it dribbles back to the screen. A good changeup by Dubsky. Nearly had Gardner, but that one hung up just a little bit.
Again, excellent call on your part. That's what it was, all speed, and Gardner was lucky he got a hold of it, or a piece of it.
So Jeff able to stay alive and spoil that good offering from Dubsky. Long takes his lead from second. Big hole on the left side. The payoff pitch again, lined right back up the middle. Center fielder Duncan coming on, and he'll be able to put it away as that one was stroked by Gardner, but Duncan with a good read, able to make the catch coming in towards the infield. And the side is retired. The Otters strand one in the frame. Will go to the second. Evansville nothing in Southern Illinois nothing here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations, west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Giving our best has prepared us for being the best. Announcing the University of Evansville's Harlaxton College as the #1 ranked study abroad program in the nation. As a part of the UE experience, we offer all our students an unparalleled foreign study program.
More than 60% of UE students study abroad. Our students from all majors live, learn, and travel the world and still graduate in 4 years.
The University of Evansville's Harlaxton College, the #1 study abroad program in America.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vanderburgh or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
We go to the top half of the second inning, and Otters fans, whether you're searching for an exquisite diamond engagement ring, diamond anniversary band, dazzling earrings, or a gorgeous diamond bracelet, Kruckmeyer and Kahn is the place for extraordinary value and a pleasurable experience. Kruckmeyer and Kahn, a supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. So the Otters threaten in the first inning, but Jeff Gardner's hard-hit ball can't find any real estate. And we go to the second, still scoreless here between the Miners and the Otters. Romeo Cortina will lead things off for Southern Illinois. He did not start yesterday's game, but came off the bench and pinch hit in the late going and could not find his way aboard as he struck out, or rather flew out to left, rather.
Deep left.
First pitch to Cortina is a called strike one at the knees, 0-1. That was against Keanu Cummings to end at the time what was the 7th inning with the Otters' lead still intact. And that pushed Ryan Long up against the left field fence.
That was the one my pacemaker skipped the beat.
0-1 pitch, a good changeup by Nicely, floats on to the outside corner, and it's 0-2 on Cortina. 288 hitter on the season.
Yeah, Ryan ran back as far and as fast as he could to get that. And
the 0-2. Floated down the right field side. That ball's going to slice out a play into the picnic area. And the count stays 0-2 on Cortina, leading off the frame. 2 home runs, 15 driven in for the Miners left fielder today. Otters wearing their navy blue home tops, white pants with maroon striping up the side. The 0-2 again, down in the dirt. Cortina lays off, and he advances the count to 1-2. The Miners, on the other hand, with their black uniform tops, gray pants, with black piping up the side of the pant leg, with black socks rather. Center fielder Taylor shaded over towards the right center field gap. Nicely ahead in the count, 1-2. Roxon fires the pitch. Swung on and missed, a good off-speed delivery. Cortina out in front first strikeout of the game for Nicely, and there's one away here in the top of the second.
Number 7, catcher Ben Moore.
Here comes our catcher, Mr. Moore, now, and so far we've kind of held him in place. Outside of that double he got yesterday, we've gotten him out almost every other time.
First pitch to Moore is a fastball in the inside corner just below the knees, called strike one. And you're correct on that one. Moore in the series now 1 for 7. So everything but that double, and that was a big one yesterday. They gave the Miners the lead at the time. The 0-1 pitch flown in the air deep down the right field line. That one's going to fade well out of play for strike 2.
Yeah, that double was down the line, and it was an RBI double, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, off of Tyler Beardsley that gave the Miners the lead in that 2-run top of the 8th inning. The Otters would come back to win 8-6. Now the 0-2 to Moore. Fastball called strike 3 on the inside corner, and he'll stand there and argue for a moment with the home plate umpire Eric Dunsford. But to no avail, he's rung up on strikes, looking back-to-back Ks for Austin Nicely to begin the second inning. And it'll be up to Harrison Bragg to try and put a ball in play here in the second for the Miners. We're still scoreless here in the top of the second inning. 2 outs, nobody on. Harrison Bragg batting from the right side. First pitch to him. Fastball pops the mitt on the outside half as Nicely fires that one over for strike 1.
Yeah, Bragg was batting against righties most of the time, and that curveball was getting him. And however, now we've got a lefty on the mound.
Nicely the southpaw into his wind, the 0-1 pitch. Good spotted fastball on the inside black as it pushed Bragg off the plate. But Nicely able to keep it in the strike zone for a second strike. So he'll try to strike out the side now. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the second inning. Winds in, fires the pitch. Down in the dirt, good block by Rizzatello, but Bragg lays off the breaking pitch in the dirt.
Yeah, Mr. Bragg has struck out twice in the first game, twice in last night's game, and he is set up for another possible K in this inning.
Nicely covers his face with his black mitt. All you can see is the white of his eyes. His time is called at the plate as he was just about to enter into his windup. 2 outs, nobody on base, top of the second, no score. 1-2 pitch from Nicely. Fastball high as that one's above the hands of Bragg. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bragg 3 hits so far as a Miner, 3 for 15, but all 3 of those extra base hits, a double, a triple, and a home run. That came against the normal Corn Belters over the weekend. The 2-2 now. Swung on and missed, foul tipped into the mitt of Rizzatello as Bragg chases the changeup down and away. Austin Nicely strikes out the side and will go to the bottom half of the frame. It's Evansville nothing and Southern Illinois nothing here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Krugmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krugmeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krugmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krugmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krugmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krugmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krugmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krugmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krugmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krugmeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krugmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krugmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krugmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
We forge ahead to the bottom half of the second inning. We're still scoreless here at Bosse Field as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Otters. Travis Harrison leading things off for Evansville. Out against Austin Dubsky. Coming off of a rather weird start against the Washington Wild Things as he tossed 5 1/3 innings, gave up 7 hits and 4 walks, but only allowed 2 earned runs. His first pitch to Harrison is a fastball that bends Travis out of the way for ball 1. Harrison hitting .295 on the season, batting from the right side. 4 home runs, 28 RBIs. That Ribby total leads the club right now. Toby Thomas the second closest with 26 of his own. Here's the 1-0. Fastball sinks too far below the knees, and it's 2-0 on Travis, leading off the bottom of the second inning. Two-0 pitch. Ripped down the third base line, but that's way foul as Harrison grounds that one down.
Viciously.
Yeah, viciously. That's the good word for it. As it's 2-1 now on Travis, leading off the second inning. Otters left one man aboard in the first frame as Jeff Gardner lined out to end the inning. 2-1 on Harrison. Dubsky taking his time, now steps off the rubber, wanting to regroup and get a new sign from catcher Ben Moore.
Yeah, Travis is close to that 300 mark, 295.
2-1 pitch. Fastball high and tight again, sends Harrison wheeling out of the box, and it's 3-1. Dubsky's command thus far, he hasn't walked a hitter, but he's fallen behind a couple of times now. To Gardner, 3-0. Now to Harrison, 3-1. The pitch. Fastball high for ball 4, and now he has walked his first hitter as Harrison draws the free pass to open up the second inning, and it'll be aboard at first for Logan Taylor.
The hottest hitter in the league.
Yeah, Logan right now, since joining the Otters and playing his first game back on Tuesday, has collected 12 hits in 20 at-bats.
And has yet to have an RBI, though.
Yeah, a very odd thing is he has 3 doubles. He's hitting a smooth 600. He's stolen a bag as well, but no RBIs yet for the Otters' new center fielder. So bat here with Harrison at first base. Nobody out, bottom of the second inning. Still looking for our first tally in this ball game.
Didn't he put a bunt down the other day? Beautiful bunt.
He did. He laid down a bunt. I believe it was the second. Off, or rather with one away in that frame that started the rally.
Right.
So now he hits here with Harrison at first, nobody out, and a throw over to first sees Harrison sprawling back to the bag. Harrison stolen 8 bags on the season, but he hasn't attempted to steal in quite some time now. Now another throw over, and he's back in diving.
Right, he doesn't have a big lead, but this pitcher has that's the twice he threw over there to Harrison, but he also threw over there when the other runner was on. So he is very conscious.
The 1-0 to Taylor is a fastball underneath his armpits as he raises his arms out of the way. And it's 2-0. Dubsky's control evading him right now, and that'll draw a meeting from the pitching coach, Tyler Martin, very early. We're just here in the bottom half of the second inning. And for the Miners, they can't afford for Dubsky not to go deep into this ball game, as in yesterday's game, their starter only went 5 innings. The same thing the day before, so their bullpen has been taxed lately. Remember, Otters fans, Thunderbolt Pass Golf Course has the best golf rates in town, now offering 18 holes with a cart for just $18. Don't forget the $1 drafts and $5 pitchers of ice-cold beer. Come and visit the Bolt. Thunderbolt Pass Golf Course, a supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. So the meeting on the mound finally adjourned. So that was a lengthy discussion.
Well, I like that. When the pitching coaches go out and they talk to the pitchers when they're in trouble early, you know, settle them down. Don't wait until the barn's on fire.
So it's 2-0 on Taylor as Dubsky set to get back to work. Third baseman Bragg playing even with the third base bag. Middle infield at double play depth. Dubsky set at the belt. The leg kick, the 2-0. Taylor shows bunt, but takes a called strike one on the inside corner, or thereabouts at the very least.
Was that a call on the bunt, or was that a call over the plate? Because that looked like it was up around his chin.
Called on the strike in the strike zone, not on Taylor attempting a bunt as the throw over sees Harrison back in safely.
To me, that was kind of high.
But either way, it's now 2-1 on Taylor. Harrison at first, Dubsky ready, and another throw over to first. Harrison back in diving.
It shows you one thing, Sam. The pitcher's concentration is on that runner on first, not the batter.
Now Harrison has to take some time and redo his belt as he has had to dive over quite a few times, get the dirt out of his pants as well. 2-1 on Taylor. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. The set. And the pitch. Harrison runs. It's a called strike two on the outside corner, and the throw to second is airmailed into center as Harrison slides in safely. That was an absolute moonshot thrown by Moore. That had to be at least 10 feet over the second baseman's head, covering the bag, and Harrison with his 9th steal of the season.
You know, Mr. Moore has thrown the ball to second base in between innings high all the time, so I'm not surprised that that ball flew into center because, again, even during in between innings, he throws it high.
So it's 2-2 on Taylor. Harrison now at second base as Logan will try to advance him to third with less than 2 outs. The 2-2. Fastball tails down and in as it pushes Logan off the plate, and the count's full 3-2.
Yeah, Logan got a chance to get his first RBI. Although that left fielder, I don't know, possibly it'd be a tough play at home.
Payoff pitch. Fouled back to the screen as that was a rocket off the bat of Moore, sending it straight back to the mesh, and the count remains 3-2. On deck, Brandon Doolin will be getting his first at-bat of the series. She was given a spell in favor of Joe Lytle. But for now, it's Taylor and Dubsky on the mound. Payoff pitch again. Fastball just high and in, and that was almost the same spot as where the first called strike on Taylor was, but this time Logan wins the battle, and it's back-to-back walks to open up the second inning for Austin Dubsky, and that's 2 men aboard for Brandon Doolin.
Brandon is batting, 261. Got 13 RBIs. He could increase it to 14.
Yeah, men at first and second, nobody out. Brandon, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs on the season. The last game he played saw his 14-game hitting streak come to an end. So look to start a new one here. A base knock should give the Otters an early lead. Men at first and second, nobody out following the 2 free passes. Brandon, a big left-handed hitter, standing in. The first pitch from the righty Dubsky is a fastball just off the outside black, maybe a hair low as well, as Moore tried to hold it there to get Dunsford to ring up a strike one, but no call. It's 1-0.
First baseman now, that third baseman, they just moved back a little. They were up on the grass, but now they're moved back, indicating that he's not going to bunt, so therefore they're backing up.
Yeah, I can't imagine the last time Brandon Doolin, standing in about 6'4", 230, was asked to bunt a baseball. Probably been quite a while for him. Ahead in the count, 1-0. The pitch takes a fastball, called strike one at the knees on the inside half, and the count runs to even.
Well, you know, Babe Ruth bunted too, so I don't know how tall Babe Ruth was, but I know he had a few pounds on his body.
Middle infield at double play depth, corners back, the 1-1. Change-up sails up and away as that one slips out of the hand of Dubsky, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Danny McCauley wanted to get really aggressive, a possible hit and run or double steal count, but with Doolin, the left-handed batter, it gives a clear lane for Moore to throw to third. 2-1 pitch, runners stay put, and it's fouled back over the screen, out of play, 2-2.
Andy, Brendan's on his own because Andy doesn't even more or less look at the batter. He's concentrating on the runner on second, getting him a big lead. And, of course, observing, hey, watch it, the second base is coming behind you, whatever.
2-2 on Doolin. Runners at first and second, nobody out. No score here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and away. It misses for ball 3. And the count's full 3-2. Dubsky in danger of walking the bases loaded to begin the second inning.
And no sign. If it's over the plate, swing.
Payoff pitch. Hit hard on the ground to the first baseman, Shepard, who with a sweeping glove able to get it, and he throws to second for the force out. He took a big risk, tried to olay that thing. Lucky to get it in the leather as he throws to second to get Taylor on the force out. Doolin aboard at first, Harrison to third. And it's men at the corners with one away for Mike Rizzatello.
Yeah, Mike was a big hero the other night. 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and got quite a few RBIs. He's got a chance. If you recall the other night or the last few games that Mike has been at bat, he's had that situation of runners on first and third, ironically.
One away, Rizzatello from the right side against the righty Dubsky. The first pitch. Little blooper behind the shortstop. That'll fall into left field for a base hit. Harrison will score easily. Doolin up to second. Mike Rizzatello continues his hot-hitting ways as it's a bloop RBI single, and the Otters lead 1-0.
Yeah, Mike broke the ice.
It wasn't pretty, but it'll get the job done as he was jammed pretty good. But with the way things might have been going for Mike earlier in the season when he was hitting balls hard and not getting anything for it, finally has something go his way. It's a bleeder RBI single, and now men still at first and second, one away for Manny Cruz. We'll try to build on the RBI single he had in last night's game. The pitch. Fastball called, strike one at the belt on the inside corner, 0-1.
Now, in the scorebook, Mike's base hit was a line drive over the shortstop, a screaming line drive.
Runners take their leads, one away. Otters now lead 1-0. The pitch, breaking ball called, strike 2 as Cruz tried to hold up his swing, but it won't matter. It's 0-2, and thanks to our trusty producer, although he's not working today, Paul Mattingly has informed us Babe Ruth, 6'2", 225 pounds. I would have thought he would have been a little bit bigger.
Paul Mattingly, he's on the ball.
0-2 to Cruz. Hit in the air to left center field. Long run for Cortina. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Doolin around third. He trips and falls, and he'll have to go back to third as it looked like he was going to score, but he lost his footing going around the third base bag. It's a single for Cruz, and the bases are loaded with one away, but a bad break for the Otters as Doolin forced to stay put at third base.
Yeah, Andy was waving him on, and in fact, he was, I'm going to say, about 2 or 3 feet away from the bag when Andy was, before the runner, the outfielder even had the ball, so therefore he could have scored easily. Even the throw coming in was bad, so with no play at home plate, but as you say, rounded third and slipped, and I don't know if it was that new sod or what.
Either way, Doolin forced to stay at third, and the bases are juiced for David Cronin, who lined a single back through the box his first time up. Otters with a chance to really blow this game open early. One away, men on every base. Cronin hitting from the left side, his first pitch. It's a slider high and tight as Cronin forced to back out of the box for ball 1.
Well, we know we have one person listening to our broadcast, Paul Mattingly. Thank you, Paul.
Ari had a very weird premonition that we would need the height and weight of Babe Ruth. 1-0 on Cronin. The pitch. Fastball up and away, 2-0. Do you give Cronin the green light here? Andy McCauley looks like he's going to let him swing away. But if you're Cronin, do you take a strike here?
No. On a 2-0 in this situation, no. If it was a 3-0, yes. Not a 2-0. I'd give him the hit sign.
Corners play in, middle infield at double play depth with the bases drunk. 2-0 pitch. Fastball way upstairs for ball 3. Dubsky in danger of walking his third in the inning and possibly forcing home a run. Otters already lead 1-0. They have 2 hits in the frame to go along with 2 walks to claim an early 1-0 lead. David's been as hot as can be over his past 10 games, hitting just shy of 400. 395 in that time span.
And it's a guy, Aaron Rosnick, warming up.
3-0 pitch is high and away for ball 4. Dubsky walks Cronin on 4 pitches to force home a run. And the Otters now lead 2-0.
Yeah, Aaron Rozak down there, a left-hander. He's hurrying up on his throw. Took a few minutes to stretch. Now he's hurrying up. I would say after the catcher Moore finishes, then the pitching coach would come out and give the relief pitcher more time to warm up.
The Miners have already used their 1 mound visit in the inning by their coach, so the next time either Pinto or their pitching coach Tom Martin heads out to the mound, it'll be for a change. So they're trying to take as much time as possible to give Rozek enough time to get loose and replace Dubsky, who has walked 3 batters in the inning. 1 away, bases still full, and now it's Ryan Long who grounded out to second his first time up. Corners play in again. Bases still loaded. The first pitch hit high in the air to deep right field. Right fielder early going back, track, wall, grand slam, Ryan Long, and the Otters lead 6-0. An absolute no-doubter for Ryan Long. He knew it coming out of the box. Just dropped his bat and started the home run trot, his 3rd of the season, and the Otters take a 6-0 lead.
I wonder what Mom is doing down there in Chandler, Texas right now. I bet she's clapping and cheering, giving her husband a hug. And their son just... I tell you what, that was gone from the moment the ball hit that bat.
That ball hit the second set of billboards out in right field off of the Fox Sports sign as Toby Thomas now stands in. Here's Dubsky's first pitch, a curveball way upstairs, and it's 1-0, a 6-run frame for the Otters, the most they've scored in 1 inning this season. 3rd grand slam of the season as well, the 1-0. Fastball in on the hands of Thomas as he backpedals out of the box. It's 2-0, and Dubsky has lost all confidence at this point. 2-0 pitch. Thomas takes a strike right down the middle, and it's 2-1. Toby grounded out to third his first time up on a nice play by Harrison Bragg. The pitch popped up on the infield just to the left of the mound. The pitcher Dubsky calling for it, and he'll make the catch. It would have been hard for anybody else to get there. That ball didn't have much hang time. So it's a pop-up back to Dubsky for the second out.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if the forecast is possible rain about 6:30, that's another 40 minutes. We've got to make sure we get, when we're on the defense, we get them 1, 2, 3.
So now it's Jeff Gardner. He lined out to center his first time up. Dubsky into the wind. The first pitch, fastball sails high and away, 1-0. Wind starting to swirl the flags out there in center field, blowing a little bit in towards right field. Otters now lead 6-0 thanks to the Ryan Long grand slam. Right on left matchup, Gardner from the left side. The 1-0 pitch hit high in the air to left field, left center field rather, not very deep. So center fielder Duncan over into the gap to put the squeeze on it and end the inning. But the Otters send 9 batters to the plate. They score 6 times, and we'll go to the third. It's Evansville 6 and Southern Illinois nothing here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
Hi, This is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
Hey 91.5 UEV listeners, if you like the music we play and our programming throughout the week, please consider donating to WUEV. It's as easy as going to WUEV.org and clicking the Give button. Or if you have a local business and are interested in underwriting UEV programming, email us at wuev@evansville.edu. From the staff at 91.5 FM WUEV, we thank you for listening and appreciate your support.
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at mymarathonstation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
We go to the top of the third inning. The Otters have just put up the biggest crooked number for them in an inning as they score 6 in the second. And Austin Nicely now staked to a 6-0 lead. He's struck out the last 3 hitters he's faced. So it'll be 8-9-1 for Southern Illinois as they have quite a mountain to climb. Gene, Homan, and Duncan in the frame. Luis Gene leads us off. Second baseman for the Miners, batting from the right side against the southpaw Nicely. 244 on the season for him. Very upright in the box. Nicely peers in over his glove. He rocks and fires his first pitch. Fastball right over the heart of the plate at the belt. It's 0-1.
I watched this young man in batting practice, and I was so surprised. He fouled up more balls in the cage.
0-1, foul tipped at the plate as that one's off the foot of Gene, and it's quickly 0-2.
You know, when you're in the batting cage, you generally hit the ball out into the field. He hit more up into the cage, which means he wasn't making good contact.
It's never a good sign if you can't square up a batting practice fastball.
Exactly, that's the point. When you're getting a 40-mile-an-hour fastball and you can't hit it solidly.
0-2 pitch. Line down the right field side, but that one's going to slice on top of the roof at Bosse Field before ricocheting back into shallow right field. And Keanu Cummings sprints out of the bullpen to go pick that baseball up.
And when he did make contact, they weren't good shots. I mean, they were, let's say, weak hits.
The 0-2 again, fouled back to the screen. Gene, a little late on the fastball, but he spoils it to stay alive, still 0-2.
Yeah, I'd come in with the curveball now and give it to him low and inside.
6-0 Evansville leads here in the top of the third inning. Nicely peering in for the sign. Shakes off Rizzatello once. Now gets the sign he wants, the 0-2. Flown in the air to shallow center field. Thomas tracing out, same with Cronin, but it's the shortstop who calls off the second baseman and shallow left center field for the first out of the frame.
It's getting a little darkish out there, too, now, Sam.
Yeah, gray clouds overhead.
Yeah.
And I think the Otters might try and speed up this game just a touch.
Yeah.
Because you would hate to lose this trying to start a 6-run inning.
I know it. Especially Ryan Long. That's 4 RBIs.
First pitch to Austin Homan coming in, and it's just off the inside corner. Nicely can't get the call. It's 1-0. Homan hitting from the right side, the former Texas A&M Aggie, looking for his first hit here with the Miners. He's 0 for 6. 1-0 pitch, high and away, 2-0. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the third inning. 9-hole hitter Homan at the plate, right-handed batter against the lefty, nicely out on the mound. Working from the third base side of the rubber. Here's his 2-0 pitch. Lined into right center field. Taylor coming on strong, but he's not going to have a play as it bounces and kicks to Jeff Gardner in the gap. So he picks it up and chucks it on in. And Homan aboard at first with the first knock of the game for the Miners.
That's Holman's first hit, isn't it?
It is his first hit of the season as well. He's now 1 for 7.
Yeah, right.
He had been 0 for 6 in this series.
And last night, grounded out to short, to the pitcher, to the first. Grounded out to the pitcher, to the second. All ground balls.
Well, he finally gets one airborne.
Yeah.
Gets a base hit as the lineup turns over for Joe Duncan now. Runner at first base. First pitch home. Fouled back to the screen as Duncan with a wild hack. Can't lay off a pitch that was probably an inch or two off the outside black. And it's 0-1. Duncan bounced back to nicely his first time up. One away, runner at first. Middle infield at double play depth. Cruz at third, just behind the bag. Duncan with the high black socks, standing in from the right side, nicely at the ready. 0-1 delivery. Down in the dirt, blocked by Rizzatello as he scampers to it quickly.
You know, going back to Holman on that base hit, it blooped over into short right center field. And looking back at his at-bats in the previous 2 games, hitting the first base to the pitcher and to the second base means everything was going to the right side of the field.
1-1 pitch. Line down the right side, but that ball is going to get out of play. As Duncan a little late on the heater, and he's down in the count 1-2. 6-0. Evansville leads top of the third inning. 1 man out. Runner at first base, and nicely looking to rack up his 4th strikeout. Nicely so far this season. His high this year with the Otters is 5 strikeouts in a game, so he's more than halfway there already, and we're only in the top of the third inning. 1-2 delivery. Sent back to the screen again as Duncan a little bit late, 1-2.
Just got a little piece of that. Probably an inch higher, and he would have swung through it.
So we'll see what Nicely wants to go with here. Duncan's fouled off quite a few pitches in this at-bat. Holman still at first. He's been dancing off the bag a little bit, but no reason to think he'll be running with the Miners down by 6 runs. They can nary afford to lose a base runner. 1-2 again. Blooped in the air, foul on the right-hand side, and Duncan able to stay alive once more, still 1-2.
Well, Sam, I want to tell you, I've been in this league for a number of years, and you said being down 6, you don't think he'll run. Well, no, good baseball, he wouldn't, but I tell you what, I have seen people run when they're 8 runs down.
Hey, anything to get the offense kick-started, maybe.
Or individual records.
1-2 again. Hit on the ground to Cruz, who waits back on it. He goes to second for 1, back to first, not in time, as Duncan with very good speed beats that one out handily, as it'll just be a 5-4 fielder's choice. And there's 2 away.
We had one of our players years ago, I'm going to say, maybe just off the record, say 7 or 8 years ago. And I tell you what, he was before. It was before Andy, and so it's got to be 10 more years. I tell you what, he had like 38 stolen bases, but he would steal no matter if you were winning or losing by 20.
Now it's Nolan Early left-on-left matchup. First pitch to him. Fastball scrapes the outside corner as nicely hucks it in for strike 1. 6-0. Evansville leads top of the third inning. 2 away. Runner at first. Nicely trying for another scoreless frame. Nicely set below the belt. Stares at first. Duncan with a short lead. The 0-1. Hit high in the air to pretty deep center field, sending Taylor back a few steps, but the center fielder camped under it now and puts it away with 2 hands to end the inning. And we'll go to the bottom half of the third inning. Austin nicely with a 3rd straight scoreless frame. And it's Evansville 6 and Southern Illinois nothing here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krookemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krookemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krookemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krookemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville. We go to the bottom half of the third inning, and the day is already done for Austin Dubsky as he'll take an early shower. He goes just 2 innings, allowing 4 hits, 6 earned. 4 of those coming on the Ryan Long grand slam, 3 walks and no strikeouts for Dubsky as he leaves the game with the Miners trailing 6-0. And it's Aaron Rozek, the lefty, 6'2", 225 from Minnesota State University to come on. He's appeared in 2 games this season, once in relief. Starter. Rozek hadn't pitched in nearly a week. He's 1-0 with a 5.14 ERA. 7 innings, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 8 hits allowed. He allowed 4 earned in 6 innings against Washington his last time out. He'll face Travis Harrison to lead things off, and the first pitch is fouled off down the right side, 0-1. Harrison walked, came around to score. Back in that second inning, he led off that frame, and so he'll lead off the third for the second straight inning. Rozek, the southpaw, working from the stretch with nobody on base. He's at the belt. The leg kick, the 0-1. Change up down low, comes in just above the dirt, and it's 1-1. Three hits in that second inning for the Otters, the biggest, the Ryan Long grand slam. The 1-1. Harrison takes a called strike to a fastball on the inside corner at the knees. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes for the Otters. That was their 3rd grand slam of the season.
Yeah, I know it. And Harrison got 1.
Harrison got 1. Toby Thomas had 1 at River City. Second one we've seen now here at home. The 1-2. Breaking ball down in the dirt. Harrison checks his swing. They'll appeal to first. And Dykeman says Harrison held up in time, so the count's even 2-2.
Well, you know, we got a nice crowd here. It's a Sunday, we just say afternoon, early evening, and the crowd is not bad. And when you get a grand slam, that helps the crowd, you know, increase
morale,
the interest.
2-2 on Harrison. The pitch rolled down the third base side as he's able to spoil a good changeup from Rozek. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get the 4 innings in. That's it. I like to see us score, but yet I'd rather 1, 2, 3 so we could get 4.5 innings in. And that sounds terrible, but...
the 2-2, fastball just down low as Harrison with a keen eye. And the count's full, 3-2. There's rain supposed to be coming in around 6:30 or so. We're hoping it'll miss us here at Bosse Field, but should it come, the Otters need 4.5 innings to make this game official. At which point, whatever the final score is, that's the final. Payoff pitch. Skied in the air to right field. Right fielder early coming in a few steps towards the line. Settles under it and puts it away with one hand. For the first out of the third inning, Otters still leading 6-0.
Number 1, the center fielder, Logan Taylor.
And now it's Logan Taylor with Harrison retired opening up the frame. Logan walked his first time up.
You notice where the third baseman Bragg is. He's up on that grass.
First pitch. Taylor swings away and shoots it foul on the right-hand side, 0-1.
Yeah, once you burn a third baseman, they learn from there on in, you know.
And Logan can use that to his advantage sometimes. The 0-1. Waits on it and taps it down the third base line as it trickles foul. 0-2. Logan might think, well, show bunt on the first pitch, draw the third baseman in a little bit, and then try and smash one at his teeth later in the at-bat.
That's the object. Always draw the third baseman. The closer the infielder is to the batter, the less range he's got.
Oh-2 pitch. Taylor hits it on the ground to third. Third baseman Bragg barely stays down on it. Now fires a strike to first. Barely in time to get Taylor. Bragg looked a little uneasy trying to field that ground ball at third, but he makes the play for the second out of the inning.
You know, I'm going to say he's got hard hands over there, iron hands. But more importantly, his throws are always low or in the dirt, and that first baseman has helped him out so many times in this series.
So now it's Brandon Doolin. He grounded out into a fielder's choice to the first baseman Shepard his first time up. Left on left matchup, the first pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Doolin lays off 1-0. Brandon much more successful against right-handed pitching as opposed to left-handed. Not an uncommon thing for a big left-handed power hitter like him. 2 away, nobody on. Bottom of the third inning, Otters lead 6-0. The pitch. Breaks his bat on a weak grounder to Gene at second, who waits back on it and throws to first to retire Doolin. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Southern Illinois. We'll go to the fourth. It's Evansville 6 and Southern Illinois nothing here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckmeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
Hi everyone, this is Pat Mitchell-Worley, host of Bill Street Caravan. Join us each Saturday as we bring you the sounds of Memphis, commentary, and music interviews that take you behind the scenes. The show kicks off the All Blues Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. right here on 91.5 WUEV.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the tri-state, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 tri-state locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Still 6-0 Otters as we go to the top of the fourth inning. Austin nicely trying to keep it going for him as he's tossed 3 scoreless to open up this ball game. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the Miners order. Shepard, Dudek, and Cortina here in the frame as they try to chip away at this 6-0 deficit. The Otters, on the other hand, just trying to get this game through 4.5 innings. As with rain threatening, Evansville hoping to make this game official.
We need 9 more outs. 6 of theirs and 3 of ours.
Chance Shepard leads it off. He did not make it out his first time up as he drew a free pass. Left on right, match up the first pitch. Fastball a little bit high and away, but that one able to snare the outside corner at the belt. 0-1.
He's weak on the breaking pitches, strong on the fastball.
0-1. Fastball hits its spot on the outside corner and is nicely able to scrape the black. 0-2. Nicely has already racked up 3 strikeouts. Those all came in the second inning as he set down the side in order. Looking for number 4 here. His career high with the Otters is 5. 0-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to Cronin at second, a few steps towards the bag. He gloves and tosses to first. To retire Shepard 4-3 on the punt out for the first out at the top of the fourth.
You know, Shepard, for a big man, runs pretty good.
He's an athletic fella.
Yeah, I'm surprised at the speed he exhibited going down there to first base.
But not fast enough to beat Cronin as he's retired on the ground ball. Now it's Joe DeLuca grounded out to second his first time up, batting from the left side against the southpaw nicely on the mound. Goes into his wind and delivers the first pitch. It's bounced foul towards the Otters dugout for strike one. 6-0 Evansville in front, top of the fourth inning, one out, nobody on. Austin nicely trying to string together his fourth scoreless frame to start this ball game. Oh, 1 offering. Fastball called strike two as nicely spots it up nicely at the black on the outside edge, knee high, 0-2. And for Austin, he's no stranger to success against the Miners. He threw 5 innings of one-run baseball the last time these two teams squared off. The 0-2. Fastball way high, 1-2. That was up at Rent One Park in Marion, Illinois. But unfortunately for Austin, he got into the 6th inning, ran into some trouble, left the game with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And all those inherited runners came across to score. 1-2. Swung on and missed. That's 4 now for Nicely through 3 2/3 innings as Dudek chases outside for the second out.
You know, that's always the unfortunate. I remember at the Cleveland Indians many years ago when I was scouting in the majors, this guy, this relief pitcher would come in with the bases loaded, and I'd tell you, he would fire. He threw BBs. And if he gave up a hit, so what? It was the other pitcher's runs, not his.
And unfortunately for Austin, that costed him. So he now pitches to Romeo Cortina, swings at the first pitch, and on a couple of hops, grounds it to Thomas at short, who scoops it up and makes a good throw to first to get Romeo on one pitch. An easy frame for Nicely. As we'll go to the bottom half of the 4th inning quickly. It's Evansville 6 and Southern Illinois nothing here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckmeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckmeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kruckmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kruckmeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
To the bottom half of the 4th inning we go. It's Evansville 6 and Southern Illinois nothing. There's Aaron Rozek back out for his 2nd inning of work. Out of the bullpen, he set down the Otters 1-2-3 in the 3rd as Ponal face off against 8-9-1 for the Otters. Rizzatello, Cruz, and Cronin here in the frame. Mike had an RBI single his first time up, a little bloop over the head of the shortstop Homan that found some turf out in left center field for his 8th RBI of the season.
Right, and if you notice Moore's throw to second base, it was a 2-hopper.
Rozek from the set on the mound. The southpaw ready his first pitch of the frame. Fastball that's a little bit high and outside for ball 1.
When you're playing this game, whether you're a player or a coach, you're observing everything. You find out the weaknesses.
The 1-0 pitch. Rizzatello a little late on the fastball. That one blows by him, swung on and missed, 1-1.
So when you see a catcher can't throw properly to second, take a chance and steal.
Mike hitting from the right side against the lefty. Rozek on the mound. Winds and fires the pitch. Skied in the air, foul ground, first base side. Moore and Shepard out by the Otters dugout. And it's the first baseman who makes the call just in front of the warning track that precedes the Otters dugout for the first out.
Yeah, Mike was got a late swing on that. He was resting his weight back on the foot. He uppercutted it, so he didn't take that stride forward to drive it.
Well, a good thing for the Otters at the very least, if he takes some solace, it was a relatively quick out.
Right, that's right. We're looking for 1, 2, 3 so that we can get them 1, 2, 3. And then, although it looks like it's lightening up a little, so maybe the rain is passing us.
First pitch to Manny Cruz, a fastball above the belt. It misses on the outside corner, 1-0. The clouds out to over left field, a little bit clearer, but to the right, it's still gray skies.
Yeah.
I'm no meteorologist as the 1-0 comes home to Cruz. Hits it high in the air to right field, sending the right fielder early back a few steps, still backpedaling, and now pulls up in front of the track to make the catch and retire Cruz for the second out of the inning. So I'm not sure whether or not it will rain. We were told it most likely would, but meteorologists, of course, it's meteorology, not an exact science. It's all probability.
That's right.
Well, the Otters down too quickly here in the frame. So now it's David Cronin. We'll try to avoid giving Rozek his second straight 1-2-3 inning. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. Otters lead right now 6-0. Rozek comes set on the mound. The pitch. Good breaking ball, sweeps in a slow one as it floats on in for strike 1.
Yeah, being from the Northeast, which you are, Sam, the weatherman says it's going to be sunny and about 70, and here comes 5 inches of snow.
The 0-1 to Cronin swings and flares it into left field. Left fielder Cortina over a few steps. He now puts it away. And straight away left field as Cronin retired. 1-2-3, down go the Otters. And we'll go to the 5th inning. It's Evansville 6 and Southern Illinois nothing here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Krugmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
Habitat for Humanity Evansville and the University of Evansville are pleased to announce the Purple Crew Signature Program. The Purple Crew is a program for all UE students, alumni, faculty, and staff to help build houses and earn hours. The goal of the Purple Crew is to help Habitat for Humanity reach its goal of 500 homes this year. Want to get involved? Simply go to Habitat's website, evansvillehabitat.org/volunteer. Then click on the Volunteer Now banner. Register with Habitat as a volunteer and then select days you can build. You can also register as a team. It'll be a fun environment, and after 15 hours, you get a Purple Crew t-shirt.
The Tin Fish Restaurant, located at 300 West Jennings Street in Newburgh, Indiana, is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Independently owned and operated, the Tin Fish menu features salads and sandwiches, as well as seafood platters and combos, and seafood burritos, tacos, and burgers. The Tin Fish Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It can be reached by phone at 812-490-7000. The Tin Fish Restaurant.
To the 5th inning of play from Bossy Field. The Otters leading the Miners in the series finale 6-0. Scoring all 6 of those runs back in the second. Also nicely returning to the mound for the Otters. Here on 91.5 FM WUEV and the Krugmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network. Bill McCune, Preston Lineback here with you for the 5th and 6th inning. As Ben Moore will lead off the frame offensively for Southern Illinois. Struck out back in the second, his first plate appearance. Looks at strike 1 taken all the way, 0-1.
Welcome, Preston.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to have you back in the studio. Aren't we in the studio?
Technically the broadcast booth. Paul Reagan is working for us back in the studios on the campus of the University of Evansville as Moore grounds out to short to begin the inning. And while I was taking my lap around to getting some pictures of the game, I ran into our other producer, Paul Manley's here at the ballpark.
He is.
And he is listening.
I know he is. He sent us a little note about Babe Ruth being 6'2", 200 and some pounds, 225.
Harrison Bragg at the plate now. Foul ball toward the third base coaching box. It's 0-1.
I'll tell you what, I know I'm speaking for myself, have been very, very fortunate for the 9 years to be working with Paul Mattingly. He has done such a wonderful job, and you too when you used to be back at the studio. Thank you both.
Paul Manley, Paul Bragan, myself, Jeff Bailey has jumped on for a few games this year. So we thank everyone who helps put the Evansville Otters on the air on 91.5 FM WUEV. Strike two called 0-2 as Bragg falls behind at the plate. He also struck out back in the second inning when nicely struck out the side.
We were talking about possible rain, which was a forecast, but it looks like it's getting lighter out there.
It's kind of dancing around Evansville. That one's fired to the netting above the Evansville dugout.
Well, 2 more outs and it's official, so that's what we're worried about. I think we'll get it in, whether it rains or not. At least, a 6-run lead, you don't want to lose that.
Bragg looks at ball one outside, 1-2. Bragg once again playing at third base today. So 1-2 from Nicely, fouled away to stay alive for Bragg in the batter's box from the right side. Keeps the count the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Thank you, Joe. Choose the best.
Mr. Bragg has struck out 2 the first game, 2 the second game, 1 so far this game. Let's make it 2.
Little tapper toward the third base side of the mound. Nicely able to field his position and throw out Bragg at first. And there's 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 5th.
That was a nice play on the pitcher's part. The way he came off that mound, fielded it well, threw a strike to first.
And I liked how he took that little extra half second to really set himself.
Yes.
You see a lot of pitchers maybe kind of panic a little bit trying to field that ball.
Many times in spring training when you're working with the pitchers, one of the things you always stress, step and throw.
First pitch for Gene at the plate, fly ball, right center gap, over to his left on the sprint. Logan Taylor for the catch and the out to end the top half of the 5th. Halfway home, we go to the Otters half of the 5th inning from Boston Field. The Otters lead 6-0 here on 91.5 FM WUEV and the Krickemeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krickemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krickemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krickemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krickemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krickemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krickemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krickemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krickemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krickemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krickemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krickemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krickemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
As we have noted going into that break, it's now an official game if the weather does come over the head of Boston Field, but the Otters lead 6-0 over the Miners. Looking for the sweep here today. And we go to the bottom of the fifth here on 91.5 FM WUEV and the Kirkmeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
And I think it's, that rain is passing us because it's getting lighter and lighter. But, again, is that the sun coming out there and left? Looks like it's trying to break through. Whatever, it's official. That's what counts.
To lead off the frame for the Otters, Ryan Long, followed by Toby Thomas and Jeff Garner. The three due up for the Otters, looking to extend their 6-0 lead. First pitch, Long flares it out toward intermediate range left field.
Hit.
And that's a hit.
Base hit.
As that was just out of the reach of Holman, giving chase backwards into left field.
Yeah. You know, Sammy would have said, well, I think that St. Louis shortstop would have got it. What was his name?
Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith. Ozzie would have got it. Then he would have did a backflip to make it look good.
So it's a leadoff hit for Long. Second hit of the day as he had that grand slam back in the second. Thomas looking to take one underneath the hands, but it's called a strike. 0-1. Rozek on the mound for the Miners still, coming in relief. Popped up at home plate, now closer toward the first base side. Coming in, Shepard calls off the rest of the infield, hauls it in for the out.
Ironically, Toby's last at bat was a little tiny pop-up to the pitcher. Here it is now. It's a little pop-up to the first baseman. He's uppercutting.
Jeff Garner will be the next batter with a little delay as Holman at second base. The shortstop has to retie the shoe.
Now, you were here for spring training. I don't remember. Well, again, I wasn't here for all the spring training, but do you remember Holman working out?
I remember him being here. I don't remember seeing him get a lot of the action though. And again, that's hard to say considering I'm usually up and around doing multiple things. But
right.
But I remember Cruz getting a lot of looks at the time. Of course, Thomas, the guys who are here now.
Well, you know, they don't have numbers. They all have just work shirts and no numbers. So when I come to look at them, I don't know who's who.
As Garner falls behind 0-2 at the plate.
All I'll say is, hey, that left-hand hitter really hit the ball. You know, 6 foot, big guy, but I don't know who they are.
Garner puts a nice charge into this one, but it's going to hook foul toward the right field picnic area. The lefty on the mound, Rozek, kind of glad to see that one go foul as he got away with a mistake pitch right there. So once again, the count 0-2. Garner steps back in. The wind kind of swirling around a little bit again with those rain showers nearby as called strike 3 against Garner, and he'll head back to the dugout.
That nearly hit him. He must have been hugging that plate because he just kind of nudged his shoulder out of the way for strike 3.
And according to our book here, the first strikeout for the Otters of the game.
Yes, there is.
So, Long got a little antsy, and now he's might be picked off as he's in the rundown. Gene gets a 2 rows.
Oh, he should have. See what that number that Gene did? I used to teach run into that guy and therefore ask for interference. You're out anyway, but go into him and say, hey, interference. So he was arguing the same point I was trying to stress. Okay.
As that'll be the third out of the inning. We're through 5, heading to the 6th. The Otters still lead 6-0 over the Miners. 91.5 FM, WUEV, the Kirkmeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
Hi, I'm Bill Morgan of Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. I've built a reputation of doing quality work that will stand the test of time. We didn't get here by knocking on doors, talking gibberish, or trying to be the lowest bid. You don't like to be sold to, and that's not what we do. My philosophy is simple: treating your home like it's my own, from start to finish. For roofing, gutters, siding, give us a call at Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. Roofing the right way. 812-499-5892 or BillMorganRoofing.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Indiana 811.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier and Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier and Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the Tri-State, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier and Press can be found online at courierandpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier and Press, a member of the Journal Media Group.
Otters lead the Miners 6-0 through 5 innings of play at Bosse Field, the series finale. Otters looking for the sweep against Southern Illinois here this weekend on 91.5 FM WUEV, the Crookemeyer and Kahn Otters digital network.
That would be, it'd be great if we were to win it, especially against the Miners.
First pitch to Austin Holman to lead off the inning. Just below the letters for a strike from Austin Nicely on the mound. So far with 5 shutout innings of work.
I don't know what you think, Preston, but I'm going to say the Otters and the Miners are the biggest rival in this league.
I would say that's fair enough.
They're two of the best teams in the league, year after year.
Last pitch from Nicely down the way in the dirt, 1-1. Chopper foul third base side, 1-2.
And that coach over there picked it up with ease, one of the better third basemen the Otters had during his day. And I'm trying to think, he's a New Yorker. I can't think of the Stony Brook. He's from Stony Brook College.
Late time called at the plate.
We've had quite a few players from Stony Brook College. Steve Marino. In fact,
the 1-2 from Nicely. Laid off high, 2-2. As the Otters score all 6 of their runs back in the second inning off Austin Dubsky. And Mike Pinto in the dugout for Illinois did not waste any time getting some pitchers warmed up in that left field bullpen once trouble started to brew for the Miners. Called strike 3 looking, a punch out for Austin Nicely to begin the top of the 6th.
Did I hear you or Sam say 5 strikeouts was the most he's ever had?
Yep.
And he's got 5 now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything after this is dessert.
Back to the top of the order, Joe Duncan looks at strike 1. It's 0-1 in the count. Nicely enters his windup on the 0-1 pitch. Called strike 2. No doubt about it. Right now, Nicely definitely working on arguably his best start of the season. He peers in for the signs behind his glove. Delivers the 0-2.
Ooh, what was that?
As it looked like that one just went off the mid of Rizzatello into the dirt. 1-2.
Yeah, but it looked like it was, to me it looked like a good strike. That's what I was wondering. If it was, possibly a run. We were talking, Sam was talking about Mickey Owen yesterday.
The 1-2 taken downstairs, 2-2.
It's a wonder Paul Mattingly didn't send in a message and tell us it was Mickey Owen.
Nicely gets the sign he wants.
Strike.
Fires home, strike 3.
There's dessert right there.
Another strikeout looking.
Yeah, so that's the most he's had so far this year.
2 up, 2 down. Nolan Early to the plate. Just nicely could get his second inning of work here today where he has struck out the side. Did the first time back in the second inning.
Yeah, you're right.
As Early has flown out twice here today. Srizzagillo held that one there just to see if he could get the call. Does not, and it's 1-0. Trying to get that low strike call. 1-0 on its way. Fouled back, evens the count, 1-1. As the defense works its way around on the infield toward the right side with a left-handed batter at the plate, as well as the outfield as well. Taylor favoring right center a little bit by a couple steps. Ooh. Big swing and a miss from Early. As nicely blew that one by him, and it's 1-2.
Yeah. He was waiting for the number 2 Boston hit past.
Can he get the strikeout? He's in a rhythm. Nicely. The 1-2. Try to get him to chase at that one as that one misses high above the shoulders. 2-2 now the count. So try it again, the 2-2. And that's a little wrist shot that's going to find some green toward shallow left field between Cruz and Thomas. And it's a base hit for Early.
Second hit of the game, and he was jammed on that and just overpowered it.
So that was going to be a tough play for either infielder on that left side to make, with Thomas again favoring closer toward the second base bag. Cruz basically where he is now, guarding toward the line a little bit. Long way to go for each one of them. So with the base hit, the inning extended to Chance Shepard. There's the fastball past Shepard, 0-1.
Shepard put some wood on that ball last night with that 400-foot shot over there. The Old National or Lucas Oil, whatever it won, at 400 feet anyway.
Just nicely looks over to first, fires home. Upstairs, 1-1. Shepard getting his 12th home run of the season last night. Late time called. For Shepard, stands at 6'2", 225. Definitely has the power, there's no doubt about it. But chases that one low. And it's 1-2. Is
no, when you
sweeping pitch there from Nicely.
When you get a player like Gardner hitting 23 home runs last year, and we've had others. Marino hit quite a few here when he was here too. But when you hit that 20 home runs in Bossy Field, you got power. Hitting 20 home runs, say in Gateway or Florence or.
And that's going to find the right center gap.
Yeah.
There's a little bit between Gardner and Taylor. Gardner will field it.
And there goes a run.
And he'll try to chuck it in to the cutoff on home. Not in time. As the Miners score their first run of the game, RBI double from Shepard.
He's got the power to, for you to make a mistake, and he's can overpower it pitch anyway. What I was saying that when you hit 20 home runs in this ballpark, you got power. Do you remember a guy named Liss, L-I-S, Joe? I think that wasn't Joe Liss. Whatever. He had so many home runs. He was a catcher for Gateway and a few others. Every year he hit like 20 home runs. But again, where did he play?
Got that short porch out there at Gateway.
Yeah.
So I know what you're talking about. So after the RBI double from Shepard, Dudek returns to the dish for the third time. He's grounded out and struck out here today. Looks at ball one. It's not only just how spacious Bosse Field is, but also with just the way that the air and the wind here in Evansville. It's hard to hit any baseball out of the park, either here or also at Braun Stadium where the Aces play. It's also a very spacious pitcher's park. So nicely blows that one by Dudek, and it's 1-1. This inning, he's had a couple. He's just flown right on by some of these batters.
Yeah. Well, just imagine, Preston, 60 years ago when I played here, we didn't have the portable fence. We had the brick wall. Mm-hmm. It was even further.
And as nicely looks back to second, the 1-1. Called strike under the hands of Dudek. Doesn't like the call. It's 1-2.
Yeah. You know, you're talking about hitting the foul line down there like 330, not 315, but 330, and you're talking about 500 feet to the center field.
A little bit of a pause, the 1-2. Does not get the call on the outer part of the plate. Dudek stays alive, 2-2.
Yeah, years I played here, there weren't many home runs. My brother-in-law, Joe Humphrey, hit a few. Left fielder, Horace Gardner had probably the best power. He hit a few. Lee May played center. He had a few. Those are power hitters. Strike three.
And once again, the fastball. Electric here today from Nicely, getting the swinging strikeout to win the inning. Miners do score one, but the Otters still lead by 5, 6-1 over Southern Illinois. This is Evansville Otters baseball, 91.5 FM WUEV, the Kirkmeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations, west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vanderburgh or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
Of the 6th, bottom half on 91.5 FM, WUEV, the Kirkmeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network. Bill McCune, Preston Leidenbach here with you for this bottom of the 6th inning. 6-1 lead for the Otters. Harrison, Taylor, and Doolin due up for Evansville. The Otters scoring 6 in the second, and the Miners picking up their first run of the game in that last top half of the 6th. First pitch to Harrison down the dirt for a ball. Is Rozek back out on the mound. Lefty for Southern Illinois out of the pen. Swing and miss from Harrison to even the count, 1-1. Harrison today with a walk and a run scored. Also a fly out. Started to move the top half with his shoulders, but looks at ball 2, 2-1.
That looked pretty good to me. I think he got away with one.
Pitch from Rozek. Way high above the letters, 3-1 to Harrison. The Otters will finish this series today, have a day off tomorrow. Back at it starting Tuesday with 3 games against Gateway. The middle 3 games of this 9-game homestand. Harrison rips one foul left field side. Count full. Tuesday
whatever it hit, it bounced over the brick wall. There was something back there. It hit something, then bounced over the brick wall. So
this Tuesday will be a $2 Tuesday, $2 general admission tickets, $2 popcorn. Wednesday will be a special 12:05 start with Day Camp Daycare Day for all the summer camps and summer daycares to be in attendance. As the payoff misses low in the dirt for a walk to Harrison. And then, of course, don't forget, Thursday, a Thirsty Thursday.
And free hats.
That'll be next weekend on Saturday.
Oh, Saturday's the free hats.
Yes.
Oh.
The center fielder, Logan Taylor.
They are pretty good hats that Heritage Foundation gives away, I'll tell you that. In fact, I'm looking at 2 of our ushers now wearing 2 of their hats in 2 different years. One with the red hat and the other one with the gray hat. They're beautiful hats. I'd come to the game just for the hat.
It's Logan Taylor at the plate, runner at first. Rozek misses high. Couple pitches in this inning now. He's left up above the zone.
Yeah, Logan's got to get a hit now to continue his streak. Third baseman's playing deep.
As he plays a few steps behind the third base bag. Count now 1-1. Harrison at first, taking his lead. That one is turned around foul toward the first base side from Taylor. It's 1-2. Harrison had a stolen base earlier in the game.
Is that the one they Moore threw it in center field?
We'll check over to first base.
I don't know if that was a low balk or not, the way he just acted. The umpires didn't call it, but I'm not sure myself.
Runner goes in Harrison, and this is going to find a hole through the left side in the left field off the bat of Taylor.
Well, Taylor got his hit. He's the hottest hitter in this league. He doesn't qualify for the All-Star game, but who knows? He might be a pinch hitter.
Number 32.
Let's see, he got, what, 1 hit today. Logan, he had 12 hits, 13 hits now. For 20, two to be 22. He had 13 for 22. Not bad.
So the first to have reached for the Otters, Doolin to the plate now. Lefty versus lefty matchup here. That pitch finds the strike zone. Just above the knees, it's 0-1. A few ticks down on the radar gun. Doolin probably would have been ready for it and expecting he might have took a hack at it. Takes a hack at this one, but pops it up. Behind second toward the shortstop side. Holman calls off and has it in the mitt for out number 1. So the runners stay put at first and second with Rizzatello due up next. Rizzatello with an RBI single back in the second inning. Hit one into foul territory, 4 and out earlier in the fourth. And there goes Harrison, the third, and Taylor follows suit, taking second.
And Mr. Moore, the catcher, couldn't get it out of his glove. He was going to throw it to third base. However, he double clutched because he couldn't get it out of his glove, and I've seen that happen so many times with a catcher. Anyway, all hands are safe.
And that's, again, just a few times this year where we've seen that by the Otters.
Yeah.
Infield comes in for the Miners. Rizzatello looks at a ball low, 1-1. And Rizzatello, well, he likes to kind of just shoot little shots over the infield.
I was going to say he could loop one over now.
Ooh. Strike called high and away.
Yeah, good call. Good call by you, not by the umpire. If I was batting, I wouldn't let that go myself.
So the count favors Rozek on the mound, 1-2. Fouled away, spoiled by Rizzatello. And we'll do the 1-2 pitch once again here in a second.
Yeah, Mike reached down. That was low and outside, but it possibly could have been called a strike. So he really, defended that home plate.
This one out towards center. Duncan backs up, now comes in a step.
It's RBI.
And it will be a sac fly as Harrison touches home, and the Otters lead 7-1.
Way to go, Mike. That's my boy.
As Harrison scores, Taylor will just stay put at second. 2 outs with Manny Cruz looking to bring in Taylor from second base. Cruz today, a single and a fly out, 1 for 2. Top of the order and Cronin on deck. Above the letters, 1-0. As Cruz is now like he's found his spot over at third base and batting in this part of the lineup. Tries to go the other way with it, but fouled toward the right field picnic area, 1-1.
Yeah, there's going to be a big decision to make in a few days or weeks, whenever the former center fielder comes back. You got Logan, who is hottest hitter in the league. How do you sit him down? Plus, he does a pretty good job of patrolling that outfield.
That one gets away from Rozek, high and away, 2-1. As Moore had to come up out of the crouch to get to that. Two-one pitch. Fly ball to right. Early, circles around a little bit and hauls it in for out number 3. The Otters score 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. They lead 7-1 going to the 7th. Sam Jelinek will return to the mic when we return here on 91.5 FM WUEV, the Krueger Con Otters Digital Network.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Chapter 16, would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16's jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at IBEW16.net.
Back on the airwaves with Bill McHugh. I'm Sam Jelenic. We're going to the final third of this ball game between the Otters and the Miners. Evansville currently sporting a 7-1 lead as they look to sweep the Miners and complete their first three-game sweep of the season. It'll be Cortina, Moore, and Bragg for the Miners as nicely back out to the mound. He's through 6 strong innings, giving up just 1 run on 3 hits, has punched out a career-high 7 batters as he rocks and fires the first pitch of the frame, a fastball just a hair low on the outside corner. 1-0 on Cortina, batting from the right side. Nicely, the lefty out on the mound, quickly ready now. So Rizzatello flashes the fingers, he gets the sign, the 1-0. Rolled on the ground to Cruz at third, who stays down on it, gobbles it up, and throws across the diamond to get Cortina by a couple of steps, and an easy first out for Nicely. 1 away here in the top of the 7th. And Bill, you were asking me in between innings right now. Nicely, that was just his 88th pitch of the ball game.
88, and he's in the 7th inning, so allow that 30 pitches for 2 more innings. I'd let him go the 9th. Again, we need pitchers to go to 9th. It gives them, the rest of the...
First pitch to the next hitter, Ben Moore, is a fastball called strike 1 at the knees, 0-1. I think if Nicely can get through this inning relatively quickly, I would bet he comes back out for the 8th inning.
Well, I hope he does.
0-1. Fastball misses inside on Moore. Batting from the right side, he's 0 for 2. A punch out looking and a bounce out to short. As for Austin specifically, it would provide a little nice boost of confidence to him to get as many good innings in as he can, as he has looked the best this season as I've seen. The 1-1 to Moore. Popped high in the air, foul ground, first base side. Rizzatello out, but it's the first baseman, Doolin, who makes the catch about halfway down the first base line in foul territory for the second out.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go the full 9 because, again, it's confidence the pitchers need. And, they turn around, and it's for a pitcher that goes 9 innings anymore, it's like a guy hitting a grand slam. You don't see it very often.
Well, Austin has shown his talent in spurts so far this year as he pitches now to Harrison Bragg. First offering hit hard on the ground to Cronin at second, who dives, but it's by him and on into right field for a base hit. As Bragg breaks his 0-for here in the series, he's now 1 for 11 with a 2-out knock.
I was going to say, I thought that is his first base hit.
For Austin, his best start was back at Traverse City when he threw 7 innings of 1-run baseball. But his stuff has been as good as I've seen so far this year. His fastball seems like it's got a few more miles per hour on it. His changeup has been lethal. His curveball has had good bite. So why not let him run with as dominant as he's been today? As Luis Jean stands in from the right side, 2 outs. Otters lead by 6. And the first pitch nearly hits him as he kicks his feet out of the way for ball 1.
Well, that's what you said. I mean, that was the key of what you just said is you lead by 6. I mean, he could give up another 3 or 4 runs and still, of course I wouldn't want him to, but I'm all for leaving him in.
Otters lead 7-1, runner at first, 2 away. Jean from the right side of the plate, the 1-0 pitch. Fastball at the knees on the outside half. It's 1-1 on the second baseman for the Miners, who's 0 for 2, popped out to short and flown out to center. His 2 times up today.
I think what Nicely's best asset that he has going for him today is his command of his pitches.
The 1-1 swung on and missed as Jean chases the breaking ball in the dirt. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And then the other part of the equation, of course, is like you said, he does have room to work with a 6-run lead. But you want to either have him end the game on a high note and leave him with a good taste in his mouth. So he's not overthinking too much about, well, I let up those 2 runs at the end or anything like that.
Well, you generally can see when he tires, or any pitcher when they tire, the arms starts dropping down.
1-2 pitch to Gene. Hit hard on the ground to third. Cruz blocks it on the backhand, picks it up at the line, and will put it in his back pocket, as it would have been a really nice play.
Base hit.
As they'll give Gene a base hit on that one. Back-to-back 2-out hits now. Manny nearly with a nice sprawling backhand pick, but unable to field it cleanly, and out comes Andy McCauley. As I think he wants to make sure Manny Cruz is okay. So I was going to say, I've never seen Andy come out to talk to a pitcher. So he's checking in on Cruz.
Well, I just saw him indicate to Andy the backhand. He just backhanded, and what's that got to do with his mental state? I don't know.
Well, Manny is fine as McCauley heads back to the dugout. At the very least, it gives Nicely a breather here with 2 outs. Following the 2-out singles, and now it's Austin Homan who picked up his first hit of the game earlier today with a single in the 3rd inning. That was just the 5th hit of the game for the Miners in this one. As the other most important part of the game for Nicely is he has not walked a batter, trying to go back-to-back, or excuse me, he's walked 1 back in the 1st inning.
Shepard.
But since then, and Shepard's kind of the all-right guy to walk. If you're going to pitch around anybody, it's probably going to be him. It's runners at first and second, 2 away. Otters lead by 6 runs, top of the 7th inning, looking to finish off this sweep of the Miners. Nicely comes set on the mound. Hurls the first pitch. Homan takes a called strike 1 on a fastball over the heart of the plate, belt high, to open the at-bat.
And we've indicated that Homan, in the 3 games, has hit mostly on the right side of the field, the second base or first base.
Runners take their leads from first and second. The 0-1 offering. Fastball around neck high, and it's ball 1 as Keanu Cummings starting to get loose down in the bullpen now.
I guess that's a sign that he may not come out next inning.
Nicely about to throw pitch number 100 now. Looks in for the sign. Shakes off Rizzatello a couple times. Still trying to get on the same page, and finally Homan calls time. I think those 2 2-out base hits were probably the death toll, or the death knell for Nicely on the mound, pushing his pitch count to 100. It's the black on the outside corner, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Oman's questioning the call or just asking the umpire, where was it? And you got Taylor out there shading to right center, which is the right thing to do, in my opinion.
Nicely comes ready. Looks back to second, cranks and fires the 1-2 pitch. Fastball high as Rizzatello has to stab to keep it in front. And the count's level 2-2. Nicely with 7 strikeouts here in this ball game, a season and career high for him here with the Otters. Looking to make it 8 to put an exclamation point on what would go down as his best outing of the season. 2-2 delivery. Lined foul back to the screen over top of the Otters dugout. And we'll do the 2-2 at least one more time.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're right, Sam, insofar as if he gets out of this inning, those 2 back-to-back hits is kind of the indicator that he's tiring.
Yeah, it's all about, you can throw 100 pitches, but the more you throw in pressure, the more it's going to take a toll on you. The 2-2 again. Popped foul out of play on the first base side as that one gets over top our heads. And Homan putting up a good fight here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on and 2 out with the Otters leading 7-1 in the top of the 7th.
I remember last night you had the same thing. Batters numbers 2, there's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and there's 2 men on. How can you beat that? That's 5 deuces.
And a 2-2 ball game in the second. Break-even pitch again. Swung on and missed. That's 8 for Nicely. as he strikes out Homan for the second time today to end the 7th inning. We'll go to the bottom half of the frame. It's Evansville 7 and Southern Illinois 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckmeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kruckmeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kruckmeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
Okay.
We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning with the Otters still leading 7-1. David Cronin leads it off. Aaron Rozek back out for a 5th inning of work. You really got to hand it to him. He is saving the Otters, or rather the Miners bullpen. Left on left matchup, the first pitch to Cronin. He swings and lines it in the air to center field. Duncan with a late read, but finally over to his left. Puts it away in the right center field gap for the first out.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, out there in Otterville, I'm going to repeat myself. Sitting with this gentleman, he doesn't miss a thing. I mean, here I've got over 60 years of professional baseball experience. I've seen a lot of things that this guy doesn't miss anything. That center fielder, you're right, Duncan, he did make a bad turn, and you pick it out real quick. This man, ladies and gentlemen, you are getting a superb description of the game when this guy announces.
Bill, you're too kind.
John telling the truth.
Now with one away, it's Ryan Long, left on left matchup again, and the first pitch fastball's behind him. And you hate to look into things, and I don't think Ryan is, so I won't. But Ryan did hit a grand slam earlier today.
You mean throwing at him? Is that what you're saying? Just hinting to it about it.
Just a little bit.
I would say just it slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, that's my guess as well. But you never know. The 1-0 pitch, fastball on the outside corner, 1-1.
I can recall my days when that guy hit the home run, whether it was Long or the batter after Long hit the home run.
The pitch. Slow breaking ball drops in at the knees on the inside corner, 1-2.
You didn't drop one finger for a curve or two for one for a fastball, two for a curve. You gave the thumb. That meant throw for his head. And we had soft caps, no helmets.
That's the touch dangerous.
Well, that was the way the game was played.
The 1-2, curveball down and away and misses for ball 2-2. I forget the name, but I remember the story. The only man to die playing professional baseball. Player for, I can't remember if he was for the New York Giants, but the game was at Polo Grounds. Fastball slipped out of the hand of the pitcher, struck him in the left ear flap, right on the temple. And boom, that was that.
Oh, okay. Well, there was a case here, Elmer Gray. And, my memory goes back. I knew an Emmer Gray that was a scout with Cincinnati and with the Pirates, but I think Elmer Gray was a player here in Evansville. I'm not sure, and there was something about
2-2. Long slashes at it and cuts it foul. Count stays 2-2.
About someone getting hit and involving, and I'm not sure of that whole story, but my mind is foggy on that particular thing. But I did know an Elmer Gray. In fact, it was interesting. We were down in Miami. He got robbed.
Yikes.
Staying at the Miami hotel one day.
The 2-2. Long bounces it on the ground up the middle. Gene to his right, hit the second baseman, fields and throws low, but Shepard scoops it out to retire Long for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, it was a Miami motel, not a hotel, a motel, and he was staying in the upper second floor, and he had his room door open, and whoever it is came in and robbed him.
Whew. Yeah, Miami, if you're you got to be a touch careful sometimes.
Yeah, it was in the northern section of Miami. Not downtown or anything, but northern.
2 outs, nobody on. Here's Toby Thomas. He swings at the first pitch and laces it foul towards the party deck out in left field for strike 1. Toby 0 for 3. He's had a little bit of a tough series, 2 for 11 now. 1 hit in each game, though.
Yeah, he needs a base hit here to keep that game going.
Otters lead by 6, bottom of the 7th inning. The 0-1 swung on and missed way out in front of a changeup as Rosick pulls the string for strike 2.
And Toby knew it too because he had a lazy swing. He knew he was faked out.
0-2 pitch. Rosick goes with the changeup again, but it drifts down and away, and Toby the wiser on this pitch as he lays off.
And then they're playing him to pull, and which he is. He's a pull hitter. No doubt about it.
1-2 offering. Curveball swoops down and in on the back foot of Thomas, but he's able to watch it by as the count's now even 2-2. 2 outs, nobody on base. Otters trying to avoid going down 1-2-3 here in the 7th as Aaron Rosick tries to complete his 5th inning of relief out of the bullpen. The pitch. Fastball called strike 3, and Thomas knew it. Looking off speed, the fastball freezes him knee high for a called strike 3, and the inning is over. We'll go to the 8th. Looks like Keanu Cummings might be coming on into this game. We'll see. As we go to the 8th, it's Evansville 7 and Southern Illinois 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at mymarathonstation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
Austin Nicely, superb start is done as he's lifted after 7 innings of one-run baseball. In his stead, it's Keanu Cummings as he'll pitch for the second straight night, making his 20th appearance. He's 2-2 with a 2.77 ERA, 21 strikeouts and 22 2/3 innings. Last night he faced 4 batters, was able to complete 1 inning of work, walking 1 and striking out 1 in the Otters' 8-6 victory. 6'1", 210-pound southpaw will get the top of the order for the Miners. The final line on nicely. 7 innings, 5 hits, just 1 run allowed on 1 walk, and a career-high 8 strikeouts. Easily his best start of the season. As we're actually going to get a pinch hitter to lead off the top of the 8th inning. It's coming off the bench is Chris Segura to hit for Joe Duncan. He'll take over in center field as well when we go to the bottom of the frame. Segura got in at bat last evening after he pinch ran for Joe Dudek. The first pitch, fastball right over the inside corner, 0-1. Segura was supposed to come on just as merely a pinch runner in last night's game, as the Miners did not expect to be hitting in the top of the 9th inning. The 0-1 bounced straight back, 0-2, but Segura ended up having to come to bat with 2 outs in the game on the line and worked a 4-pitch walk before Mitch Aker was finally able to close it out. Segura quickly down in the count, 0-2, the small right-handed hitter. Cummings, the lefty on the mound, comes set his pitch. Splitter just a little bit low off the outside corner, and Segura went staggering looking at the pitch, but he's able to stay alive. 1-2, 7-1, the Otters lead top of the 8th inning. Nobody out as Segura leads us off. The pitch bounced on the ground weakly up the third base line, but that's going to hit the lip of the grass and trickle on foul as Segura stays alive.
Yeah, but give him credit on the pitch before when you said he went down looking at it and was tempted, but it showed one thing. He's following the ball, and that is what so many batters don't do. They see it about 5 foot or 10 feet in front of home plate, and that's where they start swinging, and then they miss it by a mile.
The 1-2 down and in as Segura shuffles his feet out of the way, 2-2. The most famous man I can remember who was an artist at following the pitch all the way in, Derek Jeter. He would consistently, you'd see his head right next to the catcher's mitt by the time the ball came home.
He was a pretty good hitter, wasn't he?
Oh, not too shabby.
Well, that's why.
The 2-2 hit high in the air to shallow left field. Cruz going out, left fielder Long coming in, and it's going to be Long who calls off both Cruz and the shortstop Thomas in just barely foul ground in front of the Miners bullpen for the first out. Good range by Long.
I'll tell you what, I always liked Long playing third base. I thought he was a better third baseman, but he has improved out there in the outfield. When he first played the outfield last year, he wasn't sure of himself. He used to hesitate, ran the wrong way or whatever. But he has really improved to be a good defensive outfielder, plus his hitting. Maybe that's what contribute. When you hit well, you play well.
First pitch, the next hitter, Nolan Early, is popped in the air to center field. Taylor a few steps back, now comes in a couple as he puts it away. The center fielder puts the squeeze on it. 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th for Keanu Cummings.
You don't remember Freddie Paytak played with the Kansas City Royals when they first started, the expansion Royals. And when Paytak was doing poorly at the plate, he threw more balls in the dirt. He was an error shortstop. But if he was hitting well, he played well in the field.
And that's so hard for hitters trying to separate the hitting half of their lives from the defensive part. As the first pitch to Chance Shepard is a splitter in the dirt for ball 1. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 8th. Otters leading by 6 as they look to cap off this sweep against the Miners.
Yeah, I was the North
1-0 pitch. Shepard with a wild hack sends it straight back, 1-1.
I was Eastern scouting director or supervisor for the Kansas City Royals then, and we needed a shortstop before we got Paytak, and I recommended this one from Rochester in the International League. He was like, I'm going to say 5'6", 5'7", and they told me this, oh no, he's too small.
1-1, another splitter from Keanu, misses around the ankles, 2-1.
Lou Gorman said, no, he's too small. We ended up with Paytak, 5'4".
Oh, bureaucracy.
Yeah.
The 2-1. Shepard swings and misses as it was almost the same pitch, but this time he goes fishing. Counts even, 2-2. Shepard has continued his good hitting in this series. Now 4 hits, a couple of RBIs.
But quite a few strikeouts, and they can get him on the strikeout here if they throw that breaking pitch low and inside.
The 2-2, down in the dirt, Rizzatello blocks it, but Shepard lays off, counts full, 3-2.
That was the right pitch, but just not in the right location. Don't give him a fastball.
Shepard 1 for 2 today with an RBI double to right center his last time up. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 8th. The payoff pitch fouled back over top our heads. And Shepard stays alive.
Looked like Cummings changed a little speed on that, which had him way out in front, which was good.
Keanu doesn't very often go to the breaking ball, but against a hitter like Shepard, I wouldn't be surprised if he breaks it out here. The payoff again, ripped to Cruz at third, but he catches it at his shoe tops as the liner is reeled in by Manny at the hot corner to end the top of the 8th. We'll go to the bottom half of the frame. It's Evansville 7 and Southern Illinois 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Krugmeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krugmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krugmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krugmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krugmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krugmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krugmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krugmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krugmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krugmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krugmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krugmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krugmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning, a pitching change to tell you about. As the Miners go to the bullpen for the second time tonight, Aaron Rosick did a phenomenal job bridging the gap after Austin Dubsky only went 2 innings. Rosick ends up throwing 5 frames out of the bullpen, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts as he really has saved the Miners bullpen staff right now from being taxed a little bit harder as he gives way to John Warner, fireballing righty, former closer for the club, but has lost the grip on that title after a string of rather disastrous outings. So we'll get the middle of the order for the Otters, Gardner, Harrison, and Taylor here in the bottom half of the 8th inning with the Otters leading 7-1. Gardner hitting from the left side, he's 0 for 3. Warner set on the mound, short sleeves on his jersey, the first pitch. Fastball above the hands for ball 1. For Werner, this is his now 12th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 7.83 ERA, and things have not been good for him over his past couple of outings. So he tosses home the 1-0. Gardner swings and misses as the Heaters buy him 1-1. Werner has now gone 5 straight outings where he's allowed at least 1 run, and he's also walked a hitter in 8 straight outings as well, as the once dominant closer just can't seem to find it anymore. 1-1 on Gardner. Here's the pitch. Ripped on the ground through the hole on the right side. That's a base knock for Gardner. His second hit of the series, his first today, and the Otters get a leadoff base runner here in the 8th.
You mentioned, Sam, about the pitcher in short sleeve. You know, going back years ago during my time, after the dinosaurs, of course, all the pitchers wore long sleeves. I mean, that was like compulsory. Don't hurt the arm by, short sleeve. My God, you get a cold or something in the arm.
So now it's Travis Harrison. He's 0 for 2, 2 walks, 2 stolen bases as well. Right on right matchup. The first pitch, fastball sinks down and away for ball 1. Werner had a fantastic season last year, and he was 3-1, 39 appearances, 22 saves, and 56 strikeouts in 40 2/3 innings, but has not been able to put it together so far this season. 1-0. Harrison takes a fastball that runs inside underneath his arms for ball 2-0, and it all can really be traced back to when Warner allowed his first runs of the season. That came against the first time these two teams squared off. Brandon Doolin hit a 2-run home run to right. They tied the game in the 9th inning, the 2-0. Harrison takes a fastball high for ball 3-0. And ever since that, Warner has just not been the same. There's that Doolin home run has really shook him to his core. He's still trying to piece himself back together. Gardner at first, Harrison at the plate, 3-0 the count. Nobody out, bottom of the 8th inning. And the pitch, fastball in the upper reaches of the strike zone on the inside corner, 3-1.
You know, it's funny, when you see a batter just like there, he lifted his arms up, indicating that the ball was kind of inside, and then you have the umpire call it a strike. You'll say, oh, where was that?
3-1. Just a little bit down and away, as that one looked like it might have had the corner. But no dice for Warner. A single and a walk. Have 2 men aboard with nobody out, with the Otters already in front by 6.
And here comes the man of the hour, Mr. Logan. We were saying that he had to extend his hitting streak his last time up, and then he put a beautiful line drives grounder through the short and third spacing.
Now time's going to be called by the catcher Moore, who's going to go out and have a discussion with Warner, who's allowed the first 2 base runners to reach here in the inning. The Otters trying to tack on a few insurance runs. So it looks like Mitch Akers been warming up down in the bullpen for the Otters. He might just be coming in to get some more work, as unfortunately for him, he hasn't pitched in many games where it's not a save opportunity, so he might just be trying to get an inning in before the off day tomorrow. Taylor at the plate, he's 1 for 2, his hitting streak now at 6 games. First pitch. Fastball above the hands, over the heart of the plate, but it's high for ball 1.
I thought that umpire was going to ring him up. He's thinking, watching his arm, unless he had an itch.
Right on right matchup. Taylor holds his hands low. Warner is set. Kicks and deals the 1-0. Fought off the hands to shallow right field. Second baseman Gene going out. Right fielder early coming in. And it's going to be an over-the-shoulder catch by Gene. Nice play. She fires back into second to try and double off Gardner, but he stays put there at the bag for the first out.
And he did a twirl after catching that and threw a perfect throw to second base. That was one of the things I was raving about during the batting practice when he was making some outstanding plays. There was one, Sam, where he came in, fielded it, again, this is during batting practice, and threw it backhand to a perfect throw to first base. Unbelievable.
So now here's Brandon Doolin stepping in from the left side. Warner, the high leg kick, the first pitch. Fastball at the knees, called strike 1. Brandon 0 for 3 in this game, but he has positive memories against Warner out there on the mound. That 2-run home run on the top of the 9th inning with the Otters down 2-0 at Rent 1 Park. He tied it up before the Otters got walked off on in the bottom half of the frame. Hitting here, 1 out. Otters lead 7-1. Bottom of the 8th inning, 2 on, 1 away. Warner looks back to second, is 0-1. Fastball drifts high and off the plate, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. We thought we were going to run into a little bit of rain here today, but the clouds have cleared. It's a relatively sunny evening as we approach the 7:30 time. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off the foot of Doolin as he went down to a knee on that swing. That did not look, what's the word, conventional?
He got that brace on his leg, and he's checking it now. But, that's not golf swing for left-handers. It's low and inside, and they golf it, and it ends up going down, hitting them in the ankle or in the instep or whatever.
I was more concerned about how awkward that swing looked for Brandon, falling to a knee and kind of twisting his trunk around his body. Didn't look like the most comfortable thing in the world. Anyways, he's down in the count now, 1-2. Runners take their leads. Warner set in the belt and a glance back to second. Now the high leg kick, the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped into the mitt of Moore. as Doolin chases a fastball around his eyes for the second out of the inning. That is just the third time the Otters have gone down on strikes tonight. As with how well they've been hitting the baseball, just been making a lot of good contact.
And here comes the little catcher, Michael, and I'll tell you what, he has had more opportunities in all the games that he's played to get RBIs.
Two of them here today as well. So he stands in from the right side. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Otters by 6 here in the 8th. First pitch. Fastball around his neck. That one, heat-seeking missile, just a little bit high for ball 1.
Yeah, he's got 2 RBIs in this game. The base hit drove in 1, and then the sacrifice fly.
Now 9 on the season for Mike.
Yeah.
Quiet in the right side of the box, the 1-0. Fastball just above the belt. No call from Eric Dunsford, and it's 2-0. Rizzatello can sit on a fastball. So I imagine that's what Werner's going to go with here, just trying to get out of this inning and send this game on to the 9th. Mike might be taking a home run cut here. Pick up his second of the season. The pitch. Foul tipped off the catcher, and boy, was that a hack from Rizzatello. Not getting cheated on that one.
Yeah, but it was inside and high, and he was lucky to get around on it, but that would have been ball 3, in my opinion. But again, you know, when these batters see a 2-0 or 3-1, they're already made up their mind. They're swinging.
2 balls and a strike, 2 runners on, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch. Fouled back over top our heads, as that was another good pitch to hit. Rizzatello just a little bit late on it, so the count's even 2-2. Gardner at second, Harrison at first. They were there to lead off the inning, but now with 2 away following a pop-up and a strikeout, it's up to Rizzatello to try and bring them home and extend the Otters' 6-run advantage. Werner set at the belt. He twirls the 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed as the high heater blows by Rizzatello. Back-to-back strikeouts for Werner to end the frame, and we'll go to the 9th. Otters need 3 outs to seal this victory, and it's going to be the new guy, Kyle Griffin, to come on and seal this game up. We'll go to the 9th. It's Evansville 7 and Southern Illinois 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckmeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
The Tin Fish Restaurant, located at 300 West Jennings Street in Newburgh, Indiana, is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Independently owned and operated, the Tin Fish menu features salads and sandwiches, as well as seafood platters and combos, and seafood burritos, tacos, and burgers. The Tin Fish Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It can be reached by phone at 812-490-7000. The Tin Fish Restaurant.
Injuries are inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Tyroni's. The Pizza Brick Road. The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's.
We go to the 9th inning. New arm on for the Otters, and he's staked to a 7-1 lead here in the 9th inning. It's Kyle Griffin, newly acquired from the University of Southern Indiana, where he just led the Screaming Eagles to a berth in the Division II College World Series. Just finished up a stellar career there.
Yeah, the Screaming Eagles. I watched him on Zane's interview with him the other day, and you know, Zane is a graduate of Southern Indiana, as well as my son, Jeffrey. So the Screaming Eagles, pretty good coach they got out there.
Yeah, Archuleta has done a great job with that program.
Yeah.
As Griffin standing in at 6'1", 205, the righty. This past year, he was 7-3 with 7 wins. He set a USI single-season record this past year with 100 strikeouts. And that was just in about 70 innings as well, so striking out better than a man an inning. So he makes his professional debut here. Started at Wabash Valley College, where he played under Bobby Siegel, who was one of the coaches there, so a little bit of a connection.
Well, that's what the interview, Zane's interview mentioned. I guess that's what opened the door for him to come here.
So Kyle will have Dudek, Cortina, and then more as the Otters look to seal up this sweep over the Miners. 3 emphatic victories for the Otters should Moore or Griffin be able to shut the door with a 6-run lead. Dudek standing in from the left side. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Griffin, the righty, into his wind. His first pitch is swung on and missed as Dudek with a huge hack for strike 1. A 1 pitch. Fastball called strike 2 at the knees on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2. Griffin is extremely good in clutch time as well. As in the Division II Midwest Regional that the Screaming Eagles went on to win, he struck out 19 batters in just 9 2/3 innings. The 0-2 swung on and missed a first professional batter. The first professional strikeout for Kyle Griffin, as they'll throw that baseball back into the dugout, I assume. After that's the first strikeout for Griffin, he's just going to keep on pitching with it.
I know, isn't that something? That ball belongs in his trophy case.
Well, I mean, if it worked for him on the first batter, why change? I guess he's got enough faith in himself not to allow a foul ball and just strike out everybody.
Well, that would be quite a ball in.
So here's Romeo Cortina hitting from the right side. The first pitch home. Swung on and missed for a strike 1. 4 pitches, 4 strikes for Griffin.
Looking good.
Not a bad start.
No.
Otters lead 7-1, top of the 9th inning. 1 away. Kyle Griffin looking to get the final 3 outs into the wind. The 0-1. Finally misses with a slider down and away, 1-1. Cortina 0 for 3 with a punch out. Austin nicely in line to pick up his 3rd win of the season. Once the Otters clinch this victory, it's 7-1. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball popped in the air to shallow right center field. Taylor with a long run into the gap. He dives. He did not make the catch, and he's down as he is hurt as the ball popped out of his mitt, as I think his wrist got caught up underneath of him trying to make the diving play in shallow right center field. Cortina gets credit for the base hit. But now comes Andy McCauley and the trainer, Haley Miller, as Logan Taylor in quite a bit of pain down on one knee in right center field.
That was some try. I'll tell you what, let's hope he is not hurt. He has been a great asset to the Otters so far in his short period of time.
Looked like his dive just kind of caught his arm underneath himself. He continues to be checked out right now. It's a base knock for Cortina.
Unless he had to win. Oh, I guess he's coming out of the game. He must be hurt if he's coming out of the ball game.
So Taylor starting the long walk back into the dugout as Hunter Cullen emerges from the bench to take the spot out in center field.
And you know, your point is well taken. Doc is looking at his wrist. You see him? He's got the wrist extended. He's looking that over. You're right. He might have locked that wrist in on the fall.
Well, we hope it's nothing more than just a jolt to the system. As you mentioned, Taylor has been just, you can't really find the words to describe how well he's been playing.
Well, he's played a great defense in the outfield, but his bat has been the asset that the Otters are going to miss.
Already 13 hits in his brief Otters career thus far. That's not to mention the defense he plays out in center field, as not many guys would have even had the opportunity to dive for that baseball, let alone get a glove on it like he did.
Yeah, he's coming out. You see, he's holding that wrist. Well, now it's dangling, but when I saw Doc holding it and looking at it, you knew it was the wrist, like you say. Well, let's be grateful that tomorrow's an off day.
Hopefully it'll give time for Logan to recuperate and feel better, as we, of course, can't speculate on what the injury is or the severity of it either. But Logan Taylor is going to exit this ball game. Hunter Cohen takes over in center.
Well, I'm going to say, you mentioned it's not his throwing arm, so that's a great asset. If it was his throwing hand, I'd be more worried. But there he is. Look, Doc's talking about it there up in the forearm. You're right. You called it when you said an injury.
Yeah, he's clenching his fist and releasing it a little bit to see how it's feeling.
Yeah.
But hold dead, back down under, and I assume Doc will run some tests on him as well. So it's Cortina at first after the single. Here's Ben Moore as Kyle Griffin will continue to try and end this game. Top of the ninth inning, one away. Doolin not holding on the runner at first. Right on right, match up the first pitch. Breaking ball hits Moore on the front arm. Sets right off his elbow. And the first pitch back once we resume play. Griffin drills Moore.
Well, it was a breaking pitch that didn't break. That's what happened. I think it was a curveball that just, or a slider, either one, but it didn't have any bite to it.
So now here's Harrison Bragg, runners at first and second, one away. Otters still leading by sixth, so they look to wrap up this sweep against the Southern Illinois Miners. Top of the ninth inning. The pitch, fastball swung on and missed for strike one. Griffin's fastball, although the velocity isn't that great, it looks like it just jumps on the hitters a little bit. The perceived velocity to them is actually harder than what it is.
I'm glad you called it that way, because I didn't think his velocity was that good, but yet they're missing it, and now didn't know why.
0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed on the outside corner again. If you watch Griffin's back leg as he goes towards the plate, it's Tom Seaver-esque how low it gets to the ground.
Yeah, Seaver used to, his knee would always be full of dirt. You're right. That's a good description.
So Griffin getting extremely low to the ground and using that to his advantage. A fastball that seems to almost rise to the hitter. The 0-2. Fastball just off the outside corner for ball one, 1-2.
Right. Mr. Bragg is not that good, and with the breaking pitch, he got his first base hit last time at bat, but I'd give him the breaking pitch.
Runners at first and second, one away, top of the ninth inning. Otters trying to seal this 6-run victory. The 1-2 pitch found back over the screen as Bragg was on that one. And the count will stay 1-2. The Otters scored 6 runs in the second inning and haven't looked back since. 4 of those coming on the Ryan Long grand salami.
Good thing it wasn't the Polish sausage.
1-2 on Bragg. Griffin peering in for the sign, ball behind his back as Rizzatello flashes the digits. Now Griffin set at the belt. Look back to second, comes home the 1-2 again. Slider in the dirt, blocked nicely by Rizzatello. As Bragg lays off, counts even 2-2.
That's one of the things that I like about Rizzatello. He does a great job of blocking those low pitches in the dirt. He smothers them like a catcher should. He's got good agility behind that plate.
So the count 2-2 on Bragg, hitting from the right side. Middle infield at double play depth. Corners back as the Otters look to roll the double play to end this ball game. The pitch fouled straight back to the screen again. So nice one-handed catch by Andy McCauley in the dugout off the fence. But unfortunately that won't count for the Otters as it'll stay 2-2.
Yeah, he's not in the lineup, so therefore it's unofficial. You're right.
Wind whipping in towards the plate right now just a little bit as the rain clouds have dissipated Playing underneath some clear skies now. Bragg putting up a good fight here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second, 1 away. Top of the 9th inning, Otters stake to a 6-run lead as they try to close out this ball game. 2-2 again. Breaking ball inside nearly gets the back knee of Bragg as he has to dance out of the way. And the count's full, 3-2.
I'm going to bet right now, Sam, that no matter where the pitch is, he'll swing at it.
See if the runners go here with 1 away. Top of the 9th inning, full count. Payoff pitch, they stay put. And it swung on and bounced foul towards the Miners' dugout. And we'll do the 3-2 pitch at least one more time.
This guy seems like, the reason I mentioned that he would swing at it, because that's the type of batter to me he is, that he's nervous. He's anxious.
Bragg digs back in.
I'd throw it low and outside.
3-2 again.
There it is.
Popped up, foul ground, first base side. Rizzatello giving chase, same with Doolin, but they're both going to run out of room as it drops off of the roof here at Bosse Field. Just not enough real estate for them, and the count remains full.
Did you see Rizzatello? I mean, he took off like... well, I'm going to say what, but anyway, he showed a lot of aggressiveness.
Yeah, he ended up sliding into the brick wall right there. That's probably something a few players have to get used to.
Yeah.
Some of the walls around here at Bosse Field, brick and not padded, so you can't go nearly as hard as you would at, say, a more modern ballpark where everything is padded along the walls. Run into the wrong wall here, you could get a face full of brick. Count still full on Bragg. Payoff pitch again. Flying down the right field line. That ball's down. It's going to roll all the way to the right field corner. 1 run's going to score. To third goes Moore. He's going to be held up there as Cortina trots into Bragg trots into second with the RBI double as Gardner gets it back in, and it's now a 7-2 ball game with runners at second and third and 1 away.
Well, the double play's out of the question now.
Second baseman, Luis G.
Runners are on second and third. There's 1 out, and Mr. Jean is the batter. He got his first hit last time up, too.
Yeah, he's 1 for 3, but over his past 10, he's hitting just 192. Otters play the infield back, conceding the run for the out here. Top of the 9th, they lead by 5. As the first pitch is grounded foul to the backstop for strike 1.
I bet you take that pitch there he just threw and gave that to Bragg, and you would have had a strikeout. That was the perfect pitch, that breaking pitch there.
Runners at second and third, 1 away. Top of the 9th inning, Otters now lead by 5. Luis Jean at the plate, batting from the right side against the right-handed tosser Griffin on the mound, making his first professional appearance. Comes set at the belt, the leg kick, the 0-1. Bouncing ball up the middle. Thomas a few steps to his left. He can't field it as it's off the end of his glove. Came up just a bit too quickly. A run comes home to score. Jean is safe at first on the E6. And now it's a 7-3 game.
Yeah, that was out, too. An easy out. But I think Toby was throwing the ball before he actually had it, and that was his problem on that.
And just came up just a little bit too soon with Jean with good speed. That ball wasn't hit particularly hard.
Yeah.
I was worried about getting it there in time.
It reminds me of Templeton. That's the way Gary Templeton used to be. Come in so smooth and pick the glove up a little too quick, and the ball go underneath his glove, but he'd look so good in making an error.
Now runners at first and third, 1 away. A double play would still end this game. It's now 7-3 here in the top of the 9th. Boston Homan from the right side. First pitch home to him. Drifts down and away as Rizzatello stabs at it to keep it in front, and it's 1-0. Mitch Aker, the Otters closer, starting to get warm in a hurry down in the bullpen. So right now, the tying run is on deck for the Miners if they can get one more man on. Bring the tying run to the plate here in the 9th. Words I wouldn't think I'd be saying today. 1-0 pitch. Hit high in the air to left field. Long started in, now tracing back in front of the warning track. He's able to settle up and make the catch. As tagging from third and coming home to score is Bragg. Staying at first is Gene. It's now a 7-4 ball game here in the top of the 9th inning. And 2 away for the Miners.
And we have a pitch hitter.
As Chris Skura, who had previously pinch hit for Joe Duncan, will now be relieved of his duties, and it'll be Kurt Wirtz Jr. to come on and take this at bat with 2 away and a runner at first.
I'll tell you, Long looked good on that fly ball out there to left field. That was hit pretty well. And I'll tell you, I'm beginning to really think Long's going to be an outstanding outfielder.
So here's Wirtz Jr. batting from the left side. 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. Otters lead by 3. The first pitch. Fastball nails the outside corner at the belt, 0-1. Mitch Aker continuing to loosen for the Otters.
You know, those the ballots for All-Star should be coming out pretty soon.
I think the Otters might have a few guys on there.
I'm going to say they should.
0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Wirtz Jr. late on the fastball. And the Otters 1 strike away from sweeping the Southern Illinois Miners, giving them a taste of their own medicine after the Miners swept the Otters at their home ballpark earlier this season. No balls, 2 strikes on Wirtz Jr. Gene at first base, 2 away. Otters 7, Miners 4. The 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Griffin strikes out his second of the inning to end the ball game, and the Otters take this one 7-4 as they sweep the Southern Illinois Miners and get to a season-high 4 games over 500. Now 21-17 to stay pace at the top of the division and hold a firm grasp in a tie for first place with the River City Rascals. The Otters finish this one off 7-4. We'll take a quick break and be back with the post-game recap here on the Evansville Otters flagship station, 91.5 FM, and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
Habitat for Humanity Evansville and the University of Evansville are pleased to announce the Purple Crew Signature Program. The Purple Crew is a for all you alumni, faculty, and staff to help build houses and earn hours. The goal of the Purple Crew is to help Habitat for Humanity reach its goal of 500 homes this year. Want to get involved? Simply go to Habitat's website, evansvillehabitat.org/volunteer. Then click on the Volunteer Now banner. Register with Habitat as a volunteer and then select days you can build. You can also register as a team. It'll be a fun environment, and after 15 hours, you get a Purple Crew t-shirt.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
A Case of the Blues is your home for blues music in the tri-state, featuring music from local artists like Honey Roy, Dale Niehaus and Bad Mojo, the Bosco France Band, and the Beat Daddies, as well as legends of the blues like B.B. King, Buddy Guy, and Muddy Waters. A Case of the Blues is on every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., only on your place for blues in the tri-state, 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville, a University of Evansville radio station.
What a series for the Otters. 3 emphatic victories against the Southern Illinois Miners as they finish off Game 3 with a 7-4 victory over the Miners. Austin Nicely, your winner after going 7 innings, allowing just 1 run and striking out 8 batters in what is surely his strongest start of the season. As the Otters finish this one off 7-4, your final score, as I'll go through the final lines for each ball club. 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Miners. 7 runs on 7 hits, and what will go down as 1 error for the Otters in the 9th inning, Toby Thomas, but it did not come back to haunt them as Austin Nicely, the winning pitcher, picks up his 3rd win of the season Austin Dubsky, the loser, as he allowed the 6 runs in 2 innings of work and no save in this one, as Kyle Griffin finished it off with a little bit of a cushion. Things got dicey towards the end, but the Otters finish it off, and they're able to pick up the victory here against the Southern Illinois Miners and complete the sweep. Bill, this was one heck of an impressive weekend for the Otters.
Well, Sam, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but when you started this series here in Bosse Field, I said the Otters generally beat the Miners 2 out of 3 here in Otterville. They took 3 out of 3 today. But the point is, we play a much better game against the Miners when we're playing here in Otterville than when we play over there in that Rent One City, whatever.
The Otters, just in general, much better at home this season. They're now 12-5 here at Bosse Field, which is the second best record in the league at a home ballpark. But unfortunately for the Otters, during this 9-game homestand, that's a lot more opportunities to pick up more wins here at home, where they have been so good this season. They'll have an off day tomorrow before starting a 3-game set against the Gateway Grizzlies. As the Otters were able to finish off this sweep against the Miners, they've won 3 in a row. They're a season-high 4 games over 500. And you just look up and down the lineup, once again, everybody getting it done. Ryan Long with the big blow, the grand slam back in the second inning. He had 4 RBIs total. Travis Harrison stole a couple of bases. He walked 3 times. The Otters just got the hits when it mattered most, and Long with the clutchest one of all, the grand slam in the second inning to put this game out of reach early. But there's one man you got to go to if you want to name your player of the game. It's got to be Austin Nicely, who pitches 7 innings, giving up 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and a career-high 8 strikeouts. Remember, fans, tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Western Ribeye. When you're craving excellence, Western Ribeye and Ribs satisfies. Call 812-476-5405 to make reservations. As Austin Nicely gets his 3rd win of the season, bouncing back from a little bit of a tough start when he gave up 12 hits against the Florence Freedom. And he came back today with authority against a team that had tacked on 4 runs against him the first time they faced off. Comes in today and just mows them down. 8 strikeouts in his 3rd win of the season. And Bill, for the Otters, this is just icing on the cake.
I agree with you 100%, but one thing, and Sam, I got to say this. All right, Nicely may get the steak, but you got to give Long the salad, because that 6-run grand slam plus a single plus defense great out there, and give him the salad and give them a dessert bar at least.
At the very least, just a lot of contributors, as always, for the Otters. This series, it's been a handful of guys. It just hasn't been one person coming through in the clutch. It's been a variety of players, both out of the bullpen and on the starting bump, as well as batters at the plate coming through in the clutch 1 through 9. Things were working for the Otters in this series. As Evansville goes into an off day tomorrow, and after that hiatus, they'll be back in action to kick off the second leg of this homestand with 3 here against the Gateway Grizzlies, a team the Otters took 2 of 3 from earlier this season, in a dramatic grand slam-fueled victory off the bat of Travis Harrison, if you remember that one. So we'll take a quick look around the rest of the Frontier League, as a majority of games have already finished today. As Washington topped Schaumburg, that was at Boomer Stadium 6-2. Traverse City slowed down the red-hot Joliet Slammers 8-3. As the Beach Bums picked up that victory. Lake Erie with a win over the struggling Windy City Thunderbolts 4-3. Out at Gateway, the Corn Belters crushing the Grizzlies 10-3. Last night, Santiago Chirino just broke the record for most hits in the Frontier League history as he topped the previous record holder. He's now the new hit king here in the Frontier League. And then today, Chris Earhart, he had 3 home runs in last night's game. You want to know what he did in his first at-bat today?
He hit another home run.
He hit another home run. He became the first player in Frontier League history to homer in 4 consecutive at-bats.
Wow.
Earhart at homer here against the Otters as well, so he continues his ascent to the top of the leaderboards as he's now tied with Chance Shepard for most in the Frontier League with 12. And then Florence and River City tied at 1 in the bottom of the 7th inning at Carshield Field. It's the Otters pulling for Florence to scrape together the victory, because should Florence win, the Otters would be in sole possession of first place for the first time this season. And I'll wrap it up here on the post-game show. Bill, you got any closing thoughts on a wonderful weekend?
I think Otters played great ball, taking 3, but let's hope that the injury that Oh, that Taylor Logan got out there on attempted fly ball is not serious, because I think that would be a big, big blow to the Otters to have him out of the lineup.
So the Otters with the off day tomorrow as they wrap up this sweep here of the Southern Illinois Miners with a final score of 7-4. The Otters sweep the season. They tie the season series with the Miners now at 3 apiece as they finish off this victory with a final score of 7-4 here from Bosse Field. For my partner Bill McCune, for the producer back in the studio, Paul Pregame, thanks for all you do. I'm Sam Jelnick here in the press box at Bosse Field as we'll wrap things up. You've been listening to Evansville Otters baseball here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckmeyer and Kahn Otters digital network. One away, Rizzatello from